was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years that told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Alex Cochran is suing Emmett Kirsch in the amount of $775. Mr. Cochran claims his prized gaming console had a meltdown because the defendant played it for hours, so he needs to pay for a replacement.
So, Mr. Cochran, you're suing your best friend.
Yes, I am.
How long were we best friends?
I've known him since I was a child.
How old are you now?
I'm 21.
21?
Yeah, I'm 21 as well.
Right. And so how do best friends end up in court?
Well, I gave him my PlayStation.
Okay. Is that something that adults play?
This adult does.
Well, I see that, but I'm saying, do most adults do that? I mean, is that an adult thing, or is that something that came with you from childhood?
Yeah, we played it together when we were
Right.
kids.
Do you talk?
I do.
Okay.
I do talk.
Okay.
Yes, well, we played a lot as kids, but I
Look
mean,
at me.
all that history, it seems to just not really matter here because now I'm being sued.
Yeah.
It's something for play. You wouldn't think that would draw someone into court. But
It's a game, right?
Yeah.
And
Here we are.
I never quite knew what they were. Were you playing video? There was a video games, right?
Yes,
And they come out with new games periodically or something like that. Did you grow up with PlayStations?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play it as much as he did.
Right. But did y'all play on them together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you would be at his house playing sometimes, and you would go to his house and play?
Yeah.
Okay, what else did y'all do together as friends that we were best friends? What else were you doing as friends?
I mean, just a lot of like different kids stuff. I mean, we like run around in the neighborhood playing together, like Nerf battles and things like that.
Okay. Were your families friends?
Yeah, our families, knew each other. Yeah, we used to hang out a lot as kids.
So tell me, Mr. Cochran, how we got here today.
Yeah. So I have a PlayStation 5. And he has a PlayStation 4.
Okay.
And
So you got an upgraded PlayStation.
Yeah, I got like the newest version.
When
of
did
it.
when did that one come out?
It came out around 2020.
Okay.
And then I got it just last year though.
Okay. So you had a 5 and you had a 4, and before this incident happened, when was the last time you had played together with the games?
We've like played online with like mutual friends before.
Yeah.
Yes, like pretty consistently.
With each other though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you now have the 5, he has the 4, and what
Yeah.
happens?
And there's a game that we both really enjoyed playing.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was like an expansion pack for it that was only available on my system, not
Okay.
available for his. So he asked if he could borrow my PlayStation
Right.
For the weekend in order to play the game.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, to
play
take
that
it to
game.
your house.
Yes. Yeah.
But why couldn't you just come over and play on his station?
We were both like sort of busy with other things.
Okay.
And it was just logistically.
Would have been easier for you.
It was just easier, yeah,
Okay.
to borrow it.
Okay, so how long had you had this PlayStation?
I've had it for a year.
At the time, you had it for a
Yeah.
year. Okay, all right. So he comes over, he borrows it, he borrows the game.
Yeah.
What happens?
I, played maybe like a few hours that Friday. Everything seemed pretty normal, and then I
Okay.
played it the next day, and only
How
about
long were you playing it on Friday?
just a few hours.
Well,
yeah.
a few is 3, 4.
2, yeah.
Okay,
I
2
mean,
is a couple.
Yeah,
A
two's
few is usually 3. Several is 7.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about 2 hours,
Okay.
on Friday, and then
And no problems with the game.
no problems.
What happened on Saturday?
And then on Saturday evening, I was playing it for only about an hour when it just completely crashed. It
You
just
mean it's
stopped
just stopped
working.
working?
It just stopped working out of nowhere. It wasn't giving me many issues up until that point.
Right.
Wasn't making any weird noises or anything. And
Right.
then all of a sudden, I was
It just
playing,
stopped functioning.
and it just stopped functioning. Yeah.
Okay. And then what'd you do?
I tried rebooting it a few times, which he had told me to do, as you can see in our many
What did you? Well, I'm
text
saying, did you
messages.
call him and say I have a problem with the game?
I texted him.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see on our text threads here
Right.
that I texted him very soon after I realized that the system wasn't rebooting, it wasn't working. And, let
And what
him
did
know.
you say when he was talking about that?
I mean, I was definitely worried, and it had never happened to me like that before.
Right, you
so-
bought a used PlayStation though, right? It wasn't a new one.
It
you
was a
bought.
new PlayStation.
I thought you told me that it was a 2021, but you got it last year or something like that, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Okay,
paid-
so it could still be new all those years later?
Yeah, I bought like a specialty, like from a private seller in order for it to be a new one instead of a used one.
What?
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
Have you found that to be true? That sometimes when you're playing a game a long time, it freezes up like a computer, isn't it like a computer?
I have found that occasionally, but I had not found an issue like this.
And later,
I was at work, Your Honor.
Right. How far away was the post office?
This particular post
Right.
office was 20 minutes away from my job.
And you realize you left the keys in the car.
Correct, Your Honor.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Alex Cochran, who is suing Emmett Kirsch for negligence.
You're telling me you bought what they call old new stock.
Yeah.
That's what you bought, old
yeah,
new
and
stock.
I have a like receipt
Let
from
me
the
see
seller.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on. No.
So what happens with these old new stock things is that it was made in 2021, but nobody was using it. It's just sitting on a shelf for all those
Yeah.
years
Yeah,
until you bought it.
definitely.
So it was still in the box.
Yeah, it was brand new in the box.
Right. So he says, listen, it's not working. I'm rebooting it. Then what
Yeah.
did you say?
I told him I was just concerned and that I would come pick it up like as soon as possible and then take it to a repair station to see like what was up with it.
Okay. All right. Fair. Okay. So when did you pick it up?
I picked it up the next day.
Okay. And you took it somewhere?
Yeah, I took it to a repair shop.
But basically it's dead.
Yeah.
The bottom line is it's not repairable.
Yeah, they
Is
said
that
it was
what
completely unrepairable.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So what did you say to your friend when you found out that it was not repairable?
I texted him and just said, they said that due to like complete overheating, basically.
Right. Well, you basically told them that it
what
was
happened.
Right.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
What I said was that it was just a little warm, wasn't acting super weird,
Right.
and it just died.
Right.
I said that I remembered him saying that it would freeze occasionally.
Did you tell him it would
I
freeze on
did,
you
yeah.
occasionally?
It's
A brand new, not even a year
Yeah.
old? How many times did it happen to you?
It happens occasionally if I'm just playing it like for a long period of time.
Okay. And have you found that to be true? That sometimes when you're playing a game a long time, it freezes up like a computer, isn't it like a computer?
I have found that occasionally, but I had not found an issue like this before.
What could he have done to it?
If he like left it running too long, if he like played it for too much time, I guess.
Well, what's too much time? Y'all could be on these things for hours and hours and
Yeah.
hours. What's too much time?
Probably like several hours.
Yeah, several hours, like 6 or 7. Too much.
Right. Have you
Yeah.
ever played that long?
I don't think I've ever gotten up to the 6 or 7 mark.
Right.
But
What
I
about
do,
that Saturday? What about the Saturday when you were playing? How long were you playing?
I was only playing for about an hour.
Okay, yeah, you
when,
told me that. I
when the
just
system
remembered.
crashed.
Okay. So you felt like this wasn't your fault? You had nothing to do with it?
Yeah, that's correct. I don't think that I had anything to do with this. I took care of it as if it was my own.
And there was nothing visibly apparent. It didn't look like it had been dropped, banged, coffee spilt on it or anything like that. Because you've brought a civil suit for negligence.
Yeah.
Negligence assumes, what the elements are, that the defendant had a duty of care, that he breached that duty, and because of his breach of that duty, there was damage to your property. But I don't see here before me any proof that he did anything abnormal with this machine.
Yeah.
It's a shame that this game has got you here, though.
Yeah.
There's no way to work this out. Don't y'all want to be friends anymore?
That's a good question. You know, I tried to work it out.
Well, how did you try to work it out? What'd you say or do?
I said, I explained that it wasn't my fault.
I know, but how did you try to work it out? It don't matter now whose fault.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to me if it were my friend, but then I am who I am. I would say, you know what, we both love playing this game, and I sure love being with you. I would not want to lose that. Good friends are really hard to find, especially that you've been friends this long that it's going to be over this game.
It does
That you
seem
even, you know that you couldn't see any signs that he did anything to damage it.
Yes.
And so it just feels like if it were me, with my friend, I'd say, well, why don't we just go halves?
I thought about that, but he seemed really upset about the whole situation.
Yeah, but if you thought about it, maybe if you had put it into words and said, why don't we come put our money together and buy a new station, would that have made you feel better?
Definitely.
If he had made an offer.
I think there was just no acknowledgement of like he had any part to do with it.
Right,
which
but
was
that
just
it
really
happened
frustrating.
in your care.
Yeah.
And more than that, though, this is my friend's machine too that's gone, and this is something we do together. Why can't you say that to him? Why haven't you said it?
You know, sometimes I find communication, especially about my emotions, to be kind of difficult. You know, I don't know. Do you find that?
Yeah.
It can be hard to be vulnerable.
Especially, I think there's just been a lot of anger over all of it. That it's the stubbornness of us all to like.
Right. But how are you
want to-
feeling about it now?
I miss my friend, and I feel badly that I've escalated it to this point.
Why don't we just split the $4.69 and get one from PlayStop or Facebook Marketplace or somebody got one?
Yeah.
What you think?
I'm good with that, Judge.
So, it's almost lunchtime. Maybe y'all could go have lunch and talk about it, go online together, see what's out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not going to rule in anybody's favor. Why don't I just dismiss the case?
Yes.
Nobody's at fault kind of thing?
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Okay, I'm ready to rule. I'm ready for lunch too. Case is dismissed.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled. The case is dismissed.
I'm sad that it kind of got to this point and that we weren't clear with our communication, and I'm glad that we were able to get it resolved.
I feel badly that we got to this point too, and just relieved to have it all be over.
Coming up,
What did it have to do with you leaving the keys in the car?
I had a lot on my mind, Your Honor, and I just made a human error that in that particular moment I was stressed
Irresponsible,
out,
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor.
He couldn't have been that irresponsible. Why did you give him that kind of responsibility?
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Dylan Jeffries is suing Owen Henderson in the amount of $1,567. Ms. Jeffries claims her car was stolen while in her housemate's possession and says Mr. Henderson should pay for the damages that occurred before it was recovered.
Ms. Jeffries, you're suing Mr. Henderson for negligence involving your vehicle. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Repairs costing $1,567.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you know the defendant?
We go to school together.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a house together with 3 of our friends.
Are you renting a house together with friends, sir?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Okay, how long have you been in that situation where you're renting houses?
For about 6 months, Your Honor.
6 months?
Yes,
Okay, so
correct.
you became friends when you lived together, or you were friends in school?
We became friends in school.
Okay,
And then we ended
that's
up-
how you ended up living together?
Yes,
Yes.
Your Honor.
You shared a house?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, with several other people?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, in New York?
Yes.
In which borough?
Manhattan.
In Manhattan, okay.
Yes.
So what went wrong with the situation then?
I have a thrifting small business resale business that
You sell used
Yeah,
clothes?
I sell used clothes.
Previously owned clothes?
Yeah, well, they're mine.
Oh, you
so-
sell your own clothes?
Yeah.
Does she have a lot of clothes?
She does, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
And they're very nice.
Very nice. Well, you're well dressed today.
Thank you.
So you have a thrifting business, so you're running it out of your apartment and you were going to school
Yes.
and studying.
I was studying theater.
Okay, theater. What are you studying?
Theater, Your Honor.
Theater. So are you guys thespians, you're actors, or?
Yeah, musical theater.
Yes.
All right, what a nice little life you guys have in New York City. How did we end up in court?
I said that I have a small business.
Yeah.
And so he was helping me out delivering the packages while I was home in Wisconsin for spring break.
And he was supposed to do what? What was the understanding?
To just drop them off, package them, make sure every label is correctly on the
Right.
correct item, then take it to the post
Oh,
office.
so all you had to do was take it to the post office?
Yes,
Well,
very
there's a
easy.
post office on every corner in New York. You could just walk down to the end and there's a post office. You couldn't do that?
Coming up,
And then I contacted her to let her
Okay.
know what happened.
So then what happened after you found out the car was stolen?
I was very upset.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Dylan Jeffries, who is suing Owen Henderson for negligence.
I was in line. This must have been just what?
I went in line in the post office?
Correct, Your
Okay.
Honor. And this must have been just like 15 minutes in the line. Then I realized I had left the car keys in the car, Your Honor.
Oh,
by
so
the
you
time-
drove to the post office?
Yes, I drove to the post
In
office.
my car, Your Honor.
In her car, Your Honor.
You left the keys in the car?
Yes, Your Honor, I
Well,
realized.
why did you drive to the post office that day?
Because I was at work, Your Honor.
Right. How far away was the post office?
This particular post office
Right.
was 20 minutes away from my job.
And you realized you left the keys in the car?
Correct, Your Honor.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
And the whole time, she kept texting me and calling me throughout the whole day.
Right.
When I answered her, I said one time I would get it done right, and I have proof of the text and the phone calls,
Okay,
Your Honor.
but what did it have to do with you leaving the keys in the car?
I had a lot on my mind, Your Honor, and I just made a human error that in that particular moment I was stressed
Irresponsible,
out,
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor.
He couldn't have been that irresponsible. Why did you give him that kind of responsibility?
Because I trusted him. We've been friends for a decent amount of time.
Right.
4
What's
years.
a decent amount of time?
4 years. We're seniors in college.
Okay. So somebody stole the car?
Yes, Your Honor. But when it
Okay.
happened, I immediately called the police,
Right.
filed a police report, and then I contacted her to let her
Okay.
know what happened.
Okay. So then what happened after you found out the car was stolen?
I was very upset.
How many days after the car was stolen did they find the car?
2 days after, Your Honor.
2 days later, and the damage was what's the 1567?
That's the cost of the damage.
What kind of damage was there to the car?
Dents and scratches.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
Why don't you think you owe her?
Because she let me use the car,
Right.
and there was no written agreement that I would be responsible for any damages.
Right.
I didn't know that the car was going to be
Nobody
stolen.
knows when their car's going to get stolen, they're going to get in an accident, or they're going to die. So that's not a defense right there. You said you used that car for other things, not just her stuff. You just used the car to go to work.
I did,
So
Your
you
Honor.
had an obligation that if somebody lets you use their car,
Yes, Your
there
Honor.
doesn't have to be an agreement. It's an understanding that you have now taken possession of somebody's car and that you're supposed to care for it. And to leave the keys in the car was a dereliction of that duty.
Yes, Your Honor.
And let me see the proof of the damages. You have proof that it was 1567? Yeah, that's it. That paper on top is it. Pass that up. I can see from here. That's it. Thank you. Okay, from James Body and Repair in Brooklyn. All right, for 1567. I'm ready to
Yes.
rule judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,567. Good luck.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,567.
Do you have any remarks you'd like to make?
The exact verdict that I was hoping for.
But hopefully, when all of this is resolved, we can become friends again.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Katie Freeman is suing Isaac Lewis in the amount of $500. Ms. Freeman claims her ex took a pricey concert ticket she paid for and sold it to his new girlfriend without asking, and says he needs to pay her back.
Ms. Freeman, you're suing Mr. Lewis for $500 for some concert tickets.
Yes.
Is that right? What concert was this?
It was an Arctic Monkeys concert.
It was a who?
Arctic Monkeys. It's a band that we both like.
Oh, okay. All right, and you were dating
At the time, when we bought the tickets.
when you bought the tickets. So how long were you dating?
We knew each other for 4 years, but we started dating 2.5 years
Okay,
ago.
so were you living together? Or?
It was an on and off situation.
So it wasn't a serious relationship?
I wanted it to be serious. He wasn't willing to commit.
Oh, okay.
I didn't feel like she was ready to give what it would take to make a serious relationship happen at that time.
All right. Well, what does it take to make a serious relationship happen?
It takes time, it takes communication, it takes the ability to actually be there for someone. I felt she has a very important job and she does it very well, but I felt like it was taking up too much of her time and I didn't feel appreciated. I didn't feel like I was actually a part of her life as much as I would like to be.
So, well, how do we get these tickets?
He purchased the tickets for us together, and then I provided the $500.
$500 for tickets?
Yes, ma'am. There
These
were
people that I've never heard of, have you ever heard of them? The Arctic dogs, what were they called?
Arctic monkeys.
Arctic who?
Monkeys.
Monkeys. So, you haven't heard? Are there any monkeys in the Arctic?
No,
Maybe
that's
that
not
was-
that I know of.
So it's a really cool band.
Oh, you do know them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Okay, so $500 sounds like the right amount of money to see them?
We're on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, these are floor seats? Okay, well, congratulations that you got these tickets. So we were still in the throes of the relationship when we purchased the tickets.
Correct. Your
Okay,
Honor.
so then what happened after we purchased the tickets?
After we purchased the tickets, we had a conversation, and he decided that I wasn't ready to be in this relationship, and he didn't want to commit because he didn't think I was committing.
Right.
So he ended the relationship.
Okay, and how long ago was that?
6 months ago, Your Honor.
Oh, 6 months ago.
6 months ago. 6 months ago, you ended the relationship. You said you weren't living together.
No.
So who had possession of the tickets? I guess he had possession.
He had possession of the tickets because he purchased them.
What was the agreement about the tickets when they were purchased?
So when we purchased them, like you said, Your Honor, we were in a relationship and we were going to go together.
Right.
I kept hold of the tickets because I was able to buy them at work while she was on call.
Okay.
And she paid me once she got off her shift.
Right, she paid you for her ticket.
For her ticket.
So we basically each paid for our own ticket.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you broke up with her, what happened with the tickets?
That's the issue because after we broke up, it was about another 3 months until the concert, and I initially did text her about the tickets. Now, granted, she's going to say that it was mixed in with a lot of other stuff, and it was. There was a lot of housekeeping. We had been together for 2.5 years.
Right. Did you have to go to her house to get some stuff?
A couple of things, but it was mostly her coming to mine.
Right. But
just
when you
because
went to
of
her
shift.
house, why you didn't take her ticket?
Because it was electronic.
Well, could you put it in a
Well,
wallet?
I never really saw her. I know where her extra key
Right.
is.
But wait. Are the tickets in the wallet?
No, they're in the phone wallet in the app. Yeah, they're there.
But you can send those, can't you?
Well, I wanted to check with her to see what she wanted to do with them. So I kept messaging her and talking
They
with
were
her.
hers. You didn't even need to ask her. I'm holding on to something that's yours, and I could just text it to you.
I would have loved to do that. I wanted to see if that's what she wanted to do, or if she wanted to sell them, or if I could hold on to them and use them for something
Did you
else.
say I would like to hold on to the tickets? Did you
I wanted
ever say
her
that?
to. She was the one who paid for the ticket. I wanted her to be able to say what she wanted to do with the ticket.
I know, but did you want her ticket?
Not at the time when we initially broke up. At the
Okay.
time, I could go to the concert. I couldn't go to the concert. I really
You weren't thinking about the concert that
No,
much.
it wasn't until right before where I decided I wanted to go, and that's when I texted her verbatim what she wanted to do with the tickets.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, you may.
Although he did reach out to me about the tickets, it was only 5 to 6 times between that 3 months, and every time he would talk about the tickets, he would preface it with paragraphs talking about what it was like when we were together, talking about our old friends. And as an ER nurse that works overnight,
Right.
I don't have time to read long text
He was
messages from
sending
my
you these
ex.
long text
Yes.
messages. You have copies?
Yes, I
Let me
do.
see some of these messages. What time of day or night were they coming in?
He would text them at 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. anytime that he was up, but I work
You
over
mean
the night.
just
So I don't have time to always be
So
checking.
here's
my phone.
one. The very first one looks long. Wow. Okay, hey, I was just out with Sean. You remember Sean? We went with him and Sophie to Santa Barbara last summer. He told me they're getting engaged. He brought her back to the beach where we learned how to surf and proposed to her on the beach. He even included that story where she wiped out and skipped like a rock on the water. Do you remember that? It's honestly a testament to physics, but it was hilarious when it happened. Anyway, you still want your ticket to the concert? What a weird segue to ask about the ticket to the concert.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
You could have said, hey, guess what? I got somebody that wants the ticket. Do you want to sell the ticket?
Your Honor, if I may, would it not take the same effort?
I don't answer questions. I ask the question.
And later,
This is the beautiful thing about being a judge and being in a courtroom. It's not about emotions and feelings and beliefs and all of that. It's about evidence. I need hard core evidence.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Katie Freeman, who is suing Isaac Lewis for reimbursement.
This was in April. How long had we broken up?
This is about 3 months after the relationship had ended.
Okay, so then April 21st was any update on the ticket. April 23rd is yes, I want the ticket. And your response April 23rd, 1921, 22, 25 days later, is I actually sold it to my girlfriend.
Yes.
So when did you sell it to your girlfriend?
Tuesday night.
What date? We talk about what date?
So we're talking about, so this, I texted her on the 21st. I talked to my current girlfriend and I
Right.
sold it to her on the 22nd.
First of all, it wasn't your ticket.
At that point, I
It
didn't.
was never your ticket
Yes,
to
Your Honor.
sell, right? And how much did you sell it to her for?
$100.
But why would you sell a $500 ticket? We just agreed that was a good price to be on the floor to see these monkey people,
Exactly.
right?
My current girlfriend is a master's student and she's a little bit strapped for cash.
Right.
And so I agreed that $100 was all she could really afford. And I said that was okay.
How could you make an agreement about what she could afford to pay for somebody else's property?
Because at that point she had neglected and had basically not claimed her
Remember,
property.
we say you could have just sent that ticket to her because it's electronic.
I could have, but again, she never said that she actually still wanted the ticket. She
Right.
never said she wanted to do
Did
anything
she
with the ticket.
say, I don't want the ticket?
At that point, it was
Did
this.
she ever say, I don't want it, I relinquish possession, do whatever you want to do with the ticket, I don't care?
No, but this was 3 days before the concert.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Like I said again, I'm an ER nurse. The text, very misleading.
Right.
I'm
Well, what were
thinking,
you planning to do? Were you going to go see this concert?
I thought it was known when we broke up that we both still wanted to go to the concert.
Right.
I paid my $500,
Right.
so I'm assuming this
Right.
ticket is still in my possession.
Right.
So if he wanted to come to the concert with me, it would have been awkward, but that would have been fine with me. I paid my $500,
Right.
so that means that I want to go to the concert. If I didn't want to go, I would have made that known.
Okay, so you had the electronic tickets. You had an opportunity at any time to just forward the ticket. I mean, it didn't take any effort for you to just hit forward, just as easy as you wrote and spent 2 minutes writing that long text. You could have just hit send, here's your ticket. Or you could have said, hey, guess what? I got somebody that wants the ticket. Do you want to sell the ticket?
Your Honor, if I may, would it not take the same effort?
I don't answer questions. I ask the question.
I believe it would take the same effort from her to be able to text me that what she wanted to do.
They
with the
are
tickets.
her things. It's not like she left a dresser, a bed, and some nightstands in your bedroom taking up space and not coming to get them. We're talking about something electronic. It takes nothing from you. It's not yours to keep in the first place.
We agreed when we bought them that I would hold on to them.
Yeah, you would hold on to them, but you weren't going to use them. You could only use your own ticket.
And again, I asked for 3 months what she wanted to do with them. She never responded.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
When he asked about the ticket solely and didn't go on and on and on,
Right.
I responded in a timely manner.
Right.
If he had just started off by saying,
Right.
hey, I don't know what you want to do with your ticket. I'm thinking about selling it to my new girlfriend, Amanda.
No, he didn't tell you that.
Over the phone, He did.
Oh, he told
when
you
he
over
told
the
me,
phone?
He told me when he sold it.
Oh,
to his
after he
yes.
sold it, he told you?
Yeah, he didn't tell me before. If he told me
Wait a
that-
minute, stop. Didn't you say he said, I'm thinking about selling it to her?
No, I said if he were to.
Okay, that's
if
why
he-
I asked you.
Yes.
He never called and said, I'm
No, he never-
thinking about selling it to Amanda.
And when he asked solely about the ticket, like I said,
Right.
I answered in a timely manner.
And why didn't any of these text messages that you keep saying you sent so many, why didn't any of them say, hey, I got a new girlfriend. Her name is Amanda. And since you can't go with me to the concert, Amanda would like to go. Can we give her or sell her your ticket? Would it have been, just as much as you wrote all this? You could have said that to her about Amanda, right?
Your
Could
Honor,
you have said that?
that is correct.
That was the most straightforward thing you could have done. I don't know why you're talking about somebody skipping rocks over the ocean and all of that.
That was before she asked. My girlfriend realized that she wanted to go to the concert after we had talked about it.
So when did your girlfriend realize she wanted to go?
Monday, when I texted Katie.
You knew exactly what you're doing. You could keep talking, turn circles around other people, but you don't turn circles around me. This makes no sense. And I don't try to make sense out of nonsense. And then you sold her the ticket for $100 because you felt like, she's a struggling student and she couldn't afford it. You should have given her yours if she couldn't afford it.
Your Honor?
But you decided it was okay to strip $400 from her. And that wasn't fair to her. I'm ready to rule. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $500.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $500.
I'm glad this was a fair trial where I was heard and the evidence was carefully deliberated on and it came to the right outcome.
I do realize that it was her ticket. That being said, she could have said something before.
Coming up,
And it had a link to an Instagram post which was written happy birthday and showed him with the truck that he sold me
Right.
with a dead deer on it.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Sam Weller is suing Bill Marks in the amount of $13,500. Mr. Weller claims he bought a truck from the defendant to haul his vegan produce and then found out it was previously used for hauling dead animals, so he wants a refund.
Mr. Weller, you are suing Mr. Marks for $13,500 for fraud and for breach of contract. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay, and this involved a truck you bought from him?
Yeah.
How do you know each other, sir?
We met at the farmer's market, ma'am.
You are farmers?
No, ma'am. We met at a farmer's market.
Oh, okay.
People come and sell their various wares,
Right.
and he was selling his vegan organic produce, and that's where we met.
Oh, you met him. So you sell vegan produce?
Yes, I have.
What is vegan produce?
Vegan produce? Vegan produce is organic produce.
Okay. So you met him. He was shopping at your
Yes,
stand?
he came to my stand.
Okay.
I was selling pumpkins at the time, so it was the fall.
So then what happened?
And then over the time, I realized as my business was growing, my SUV was not cutting it. So I came up to him and asked him for advice because he has a 2011 Silverado because I'm looking to buy one.
Okay. And
then-
how long had you had the Silverado?
Since 2011, I bought it
You
brand
bought
new,
it
ma'am.
brand new and you were the only owner?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then there came a time that you offered to sell him your truck?
Well, I had just put it up on social media on a market that day.
Oh, you were trying to sell it?
When this conversation came up, and just by coincidence, I did have that 2011.
So how did you advertise the truck? I mean, what was the wording that you used?
Silverado, 90,000 miles, low miles.
Very low miles.
It had been kept in pristine condition, kept it very well maintained.
Okay.
It had almost brand new tires
you
on it.
forgot one
It was
important
a great
detail.
deal.
Coming up,
You knew that he used to hunt, right?
Yeah, but he didn't tell me anything about
But he
the
said
deer.
I used to hunt. He wasn't hunting tomatoes and pumpkins.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Sam Weller, who is suing Bill Marks for fraud and breach of contract.
All right, so then you get the truck. Mm-hmm. That's yes.
Yes. sorry,
And then
Your
what
Honor.
happened?
Well, one day I was telling one of my friends at a coffee shop that I had this great friend named Bill and that he sold me this truck, and thanks to him selling that truck, I could have even more vegetables on my bed, on my truck. And then I was scrolling through my social media, my Facebook, and then I showed him, yeah, this is my friend Bill. And he goes, hey.
Are y'all Facebook friends?
Yeah.
Okay. You had never scrolled his social media before this time?
Okay, I did scroll his social media before, but that particular day it was his birthday.
Okay.
And somebody posted happy birthday, and it had a link to an Instagram post which was written happy birthday and showed him with the truck that he sold me.
Right.
With a dead deer on it.
In the bed of the truck.
In the bed of the truck.
Right.
So that means there was blood all over the bed of the truck. And this guy knows.
You have a picture?
Yes.
Let me see
yeah, I'll show it to you. This is the Instagram post that was connected to
5
Facebook.
years prior, man.
Right. Well, let me first see the picture.
That doesn't have anything to do with it, okay? You lied. That's what it has. That's what it was. You can't hide that fact.
Your Honor, this was 5 years prior. I'm a different man now than I am back then. I have not hunted for 2 years.
You knew that he used to hunt, right?
Yeah, but he didn't tell me anything about the deer.
But he said I used to hunt. He wasn't hunting tomatoes and pumpkins.
Yeah, but he was.
He told you
He told me he went hunting, but he didn't tell me that he put a dead carcass in that hunting truck.
You think he was good at hunting?
Well, I guess.
I mean, then so how you get it home? That thing that you just hunted.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
That's why you're suing for the $13,500?
Yeah, for negligence for selling me a contaminated truck. He withheld from me
Let me tell you
that
one thing, though. This is the beautiful thing about being a judge and being in a courtroom. It's not about emotions and feelings and beliefs and all of that. It's about evidence. I need hardcore evidence that there was animal byproducts in the truck you bought. I need that at least first, because that's the allegation. I need some proof. What you got?
But I have the photo of the truck.
A photo is not proof.
He admitted to me that was the same truck.
Evidence. That's not evidence. You're saying it had the byproducts of an animal in the truck. Where's your evidence? You don't have any. The friendship is over.
Yes, ma'am.
You better believe it.
What's going to happen with the truck? I guess you should sell it, huh? And better buy a new truck. Because ain't no telling. Y'all in Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
And just about every truck has had something dead in the back. I'm ready to rule. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
I'm just very thankful for the judge for seeing the true logic of the situation.
The judge didn't even let me say my piece, and some people would sell their souls for money.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house. Right. You had 7 years that told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Tessa Franklin is suing Jordan Jackson in the amount of $360. Ms. Franklin claims she took her car to the defendant for a detail and says he rejected her coupon, had her arrested, and towed her car. Mr. Jackson is countersuing for $175.
All right, Ms. Franklin, you're suing Mr. Jackson for $360 for fraud, and you have countersued for $175 for failure to pay for services rendered. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
So we're in court for $360 and $175.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so this must be a really important case.
Yes.
So how do you know the defendant, miss?
So I come in to get my car detailed every 4 months or so, and he's well known in the surrounding areas, neighborhoods, as a premier car dealership shop.
detailer?
Yes.
How long have you had this detailing business?
Well, the detailing business I started about 15 years ago. I had a mobile detailing service. I did that, saved up some money, and got the brick and mortar, and I opened it about 14 years ago.
Okay, so how long have you been going to him before this incident happened?
About 3 years or so.
So 3 years, every 4 months you were coming in, is that right?
That's correct.
About a regular basis, every 3 years? So that's like 4 or 5 times a year, 3 or 4 times a year?
Roughly, yes.
Okay, so that was a lot of coming in. I'm not that consistent with cleaning my car. Every 4 months, detailing 4 times a year, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But
She needed it done.
What kind of car is it?
It's an Audi. I actually just got it, so it's a newer
Oh, so it's a newer car. But
yes.
you were bringing some other car there before.
Yes.
Okay, so during these times that she would come there once every 4 months, it was no problem? Well, how did we get along then?
We got along okay.
Okay.
I mean, she sometimes would have an attitude sometime, but
Right.
I didn't take it personal.
Right.
She might have had something going
Like
on
what
at
kind of
home.
attitude?
She just had an attitude. She was not nice.
Right.
I would try to start a conversation or something, and she'd just give me the keys and walk away.
Right. Okay. All right. So is that true? You didn't come there with the nicest attitude?
I feel that it was very professional, Your Honor,
Right.
and he did the work, and I would still keep coming back. So I would assume
You thought
we're
that
on
was
good
good
terms.
enough, right?
Yeah.
But did you say thank you, nice job? It's so nice coming
Yeah.
here.
I mean,
those little niceties
yes.
that make life worthwhile.
Yes. Perhaps I
Never?
wasn't as
No.
personable.
She never said anything nice like that.
No.
How's your day? How's your
No.
wife? How's
No.
the dog?
No.
None of that?
No,
Wow, 4 years and no conversation like
I
that.
do good work.
So then what happened this time?
Your Honor, so I received a coupon from a friend as a birthday gift for a free car wash.
A free car wash from his car wash?
Yes, from
Okay.
his shop.
His shop, right. So what you said you used to give out coupons? You give out coupons for free car washes?
The coupons come from my website. I don't normally give them out. They
What do you
come
mean?
from
On your website, there are coupons for free car washes and you just print them out?
Yes.
Well, then everybody would just go on your website and print out free car wash and never pay you for a car wash.
It was a summer special.
Okay, so but even in the summer, you just wait the summer. Everybody just print out all of the free car wash. I come every day then.
But
I'd be pretty consistent then if I was getting my car wash for free. All I had to do is print out the.
But the thing is, it's for a car wash, a basic, simple car
Right.
wash.
Right, but how much is a car wash?
Well, I have different premier
But
packages.
what do you charge? I came in today and I want
I
my
charge
car wash.
$45 for a regular car wash.
$45.
Yes, for a regular car
but
wash.
in the summer on your website, it's a coupon that anybody prints it out can come in and get a free hand car wash?
Yes,
How you make money on that?
I make money on the detailing.
Okay, but how often do people get detail? I don't get a detail that often. How about you?
Not me.
That's why she comes in like
how often do people come in for a detail?
between like 4 to 6 months.
No, I'm saying how often do people come in? I don't understand the
detail
business model
Okay.
of having coupons online for free $45 car washes. I don't understand
Because
that
we
business
make
model.
most of the money from detailing, not just the car wash.
You mean so once the person comes in with the coupon, normally they want more than just a wash? Is that what you're saying? They want a detail. They want a full detail.
They just want their car washed.
Right.
But she came in.
I'm not asking about her right now.
Okay.
I'm talking about the average Joe that has run across your website and says, you know what, if I print out these coupons, I can get my car washed every week.
That's not a problem.
I'm sorry?
That's not a problem.
That has not been a problem.
No, not at all.
Okay, did you know that he had coupons on his website?
No, this is the first
Right. And this your girlfriend gave you? This was a gift.
Yes.
She paid for it.
Yes, a very nice and thoughtful gift because she knows I go.
printed out a lot of those.
Yeah, for all I know. you know.
Exactly.
But I went in with the impression that I was going to get a free car wash.
Do you have a copy of the coupon?
I do.
Let me see the coupon. You still got those coupons up?
No.
I didn't think so. This voucher is good for one Jackson's Auto Detailing Service, a gift for you, redeemable one time only at Jackson's Winter. That's it? Is that the coupon?
Yes.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
Anybody, including me, him, anybody in the audience, could go and just print this out and hand them out to their friends. Look, happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy bar mitzvah.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Tessa Franklin, who is suing Jordan Jackson for fraud.
All right, so what happened? You get this coupon.
Yes, so I drop off my keys and I'm like, do what you normally do.
Right, which is you normally get a detail.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
and you give your keys to him.
Yes. Yes.
Now, you got people that work for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, but do you always just deal with him and not other people?
Yes. I know of other people there, but I
always give your
my
keys
relationship
to him.
is with Mr. Jackson.
Okay, and when you drop it off in the past, you always say, here the keys. Do what you always do.
Yep.
All right.
Exactly.
So that happened that day.
Yes.
All right.
And I went to go get my coffee and shopping like I do any other appointment.
Right.
When I came back this time though, and I presented him that coupon.
Right. Well, wait. You didn't present the coupon when you first got there?
Exactly.
No, you didn't?
No.
Well, it doesn't say present the coupon first, right?
Right.
It didn't say that.
And I think too, like when I go to a grocery store
Right.
and I have coupons, I
Right.
show them at checkout.
Right.
So
well, there are other
you know,
places though, they tell you, like a restaurant.
Yeah.
That if you got a coupon, let your server know when you're first seated that you got a coupon.
But even then, still they'll be able to discount from the original price. But he did not do that. He
So,
was
but I
like,
don't try to understand what happened. You gave him the coupon, you
Right.
come back, then what?
He tells me that I owe him $175.
For what? What is your $175 for?
She didn't show me the coupon at first when she
Right,
first came. She
right.
showed me the coupon when she came back.
Right.
And with the coupon, you're supposed to make an appointment. She didn't even make an
Well,
appointment.
wait. Well, I don't see here on this coupon anything about an appointment. This
Well,
voucher is good for one Jackson's Auto Detailing Service, a gift for you. It doesn't have anything like what you just said.
It's
What
on
did you
my-
say?
It's on my website.
Okay, but who's going to go to the website? I got this. I don't even know if you got a website.
I didn't go to the website, Your Honor.
But her friend got it from the website.
Okay,
so
but her friend didn't come in there with a coupon.
I understand.
The friend's name isn't on this. Anybody, including me, him, anybody in the audience, could go and just print this out and hand them out to their friends. Look, happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy bar mitzvah. Here, you get a free car wash.
It's a code.
What code? I don't
it's
see a
at the
code
bottom.
on here.
It's at the bottom. It's one code per person.
No, it's redeemable one time only.
Okay.
Is what it says. You don't even know what your coupon says.
No, but on the website.
Okay, don't tell me about a website. My knowledge is what is in my hand. I don't know what this company is. I don't know if they got a website, an Instagram. Am I supposed to go to TikTok and figure out what this means? If I went through the trouble of offering people free car washes, I'd have had all that stuff here on this coupon. Because all you had to do was print out the coupon, not the rules.
Okay.
Okay, so she comes back. She says, I'm ready to pay what, $45?
No, I wasn't expecting to pay anything at all.
Oh, that's right, because this was
going to be free.
This was you thought that was the $45.
Yeah, and I
no,
budgeted
I'm
this
sorry.
out.
His understanding was that this coupon was just for a regular $45 wash. And you thought it was regular. It's for what?
Free.
Whatever you
Nothing.
want, really.
Yeah, free.
Yeah,
no charge
free.
of service.
Right. One of my favorite words, free.
But Your Honor,
Right.
Your Honor,
A gift for you.
when she came in, she gave me the keys and she said, do what you normally do.
Right.
For her, she always gets the gold package, which is
Right.
$300.
Right.
She
You
never.
always get a gold package when you come in there every 3 months?
I do.
So you thought this was going to even be the gold package?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say otherwise.
It doesn't say anything.
And I'm a loyal customer, so
Right.
even if there are some exclusions, why not give me the discount?
And can I tell you what's in bold on this coupon?
What's that?
This voucher is good for one Jackson's Auto Detailing Service. That's what it says.
Because that's the name of my company.
Well, I sure wouldn't have had that because it sounds like I'm getting one free Jackson's Auto Detailing Service.
She
a
did.
gift for me.
She got the bronze. Okay, so can I enter this?
What? What's on the website?
Yes,
No, I
because
don't want to know about what's on the
Okay,
website.
so-
She didn't come in there with a website. She came in with a coupon.
she normally gets the $300 job.
Okay, right. That's bronze.
That's the gold.
What's bronze?
The bronze is $125, and
Okay.
that's what the voucher is for.
No,
that's
no.
what the
Didn't
coupon
you
is
tell
for.
me this voucher was for just a regular $45 wash?
Yes, but it's a part of the $125.
You told me that this coupon was only good for one $45 car wash. Now it got upgraded
No.
to a bronze wash.
You asked me how much is a car wash, a regular car wash.
No. You stop. Do we need
Okay.
to go back on the tape?
You
I
can.
asked you what was this coupon for? Did everybody hear this, or do I have to go back on the tape? Anybody not hear that it was $45 a wash? Do we agree? I see nods. Okay, so the jury has said that it was $45. And this was for $45 is what you told me. We could play this back in the tape, but I know what I heard and everybody else did. So you come back now, you say what? He says what to you?
He says that's $175, and I say no. And then, Your Honor, I called him a fraud, to which he called me broke. And I then pulled out my phone.
Why would you call her broke?
She looks like this right now, but every time she came in,
always look like
she
this,
looked a
Your
lot
Honor.
different.
She looks like that all the time.
I look
No,
like this
she-
all the
no,
time.
No, that looks like her every day.
It may not be up to the standard, but it's up to my
but
standard.
that's her standard right there.
That you see today. You're right.
But let me just say, somebody coming in and spending how much? $300 and something dollars every 4
$300.
months can't be that broke.
Coming out the budget,
She
Your
don't
Honor.
even tip.
Right. Yeah, well, the tip is $375.
It is.
And a lot of people don't realize this. In tipping rules, you don't tip the owner of a business. You do not. A lot of people don't know that. They don't talk about that these days because you tip everybody for everything now, everything. But the owner of the business never gets a tip.
I never said she had to tip me. She could tip the people who did the work for her.
Coming up,
You know what? I'm not gonna argue with you about these because you just keep going all the way over here and then dragging me back this way. Let's stay right here.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Tessa Franklin, who is suing Jordan Jackson for fraud.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with you about these because you just keep going all the way over here and then dragging me back this way. Let's stay right here. So you thought she should get the bronze. Now we're at the bronze. How much is the bronze?
$125.
And how much is the platinum that you get? $300.
The gold's $300.
So what's the difference in price? Now you know I don't know numbers. $375.
It's $175.
Minus $125.
No, it's $300 minus $125, which
How
is
much is
$175.
that?
It's
And what's the
170
balance?
It's $175. I have the receipt right here.
Okay, let me see the receipt. So you thought that she should pay you $175.
I didn't think it. I know it.
No, you only know what I'm going to tell you in the end of this.
But
Well,
you-
you're going to get some knowledge in the end here.
But-
You don't know. No, you thought you knew until you came in here. Excuse me.
But, Your
Here
Honor,
we go.
can I say something?
No, don't say anything. So the gold package was $299.
Yes.
Do you know your
300.
rates?
$300. $299.99. That's 1 penny. It's $300. Round it up. No disrespect.
That was very disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
You rounded up.
I did.
Okay. So he tells you owe him $175. Then what?
And then, like I said, I called him a fraud,
Right.
to which he called me broke. And helpless.
Right.
And then I pulled out my phone and decided to go live.
And do what? What did you do live?
On my phone, like live stream.
Right.
And I pretty much was telling his customers not to do business with him.
You were on one of these social media platforms
Yes,
going
yes.
live, and where you say, "Hey, don't bring
your business
don't bring
here."
your business here,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this guy gives out a coupon for free this, and then
Yeah.
he doesn't."
It's a
want
public
to-
service announcement, in my opinion.
Right, you did a
so-
public service announcement,
Yeah.
and so what happened then when she was doing that?
No, before she pulled out her phone, she came in to my lounge where all my customers wait for their cars,
Right.
and she started talking bad about me. And you don't come in my place of business
Right.
and disrespect me in my face in front of all my customers.
Right.
Coming up,
When I got there, my car had been towed in the span of a couple of hours.
Right.
So
Well, why'd you tow her car like that?
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Tessa Franklin, who is suing Jordan Jackson for fraud.
So you're live telling everybody what a fraud is. Then what happens?
then the police show up and I get arrested.
For what?
Causing a disturbance, harassing.
Kind of thing.
Again, I thought I was
Did
doing
you
my due
get
diligence.
charged with anything?
No, but they did take me down to the station and put me in handcuffs. So
Okay. So how long were you at the police station?
about a couple of hours.
About 2 hours?
Could have been another shopping trip, but it wasn't.
Right. Okay. And then what happened? You went back to get your car.
Yeah, I took an Uber. I paid for an Uber back to his car dealer, whatever you want to call it, dealership. And when I got there, another man who worked there said my car had been towed in the span of a couple of hours.
Right.
So
Well, why'd you tow her car like that?
In the state of California,
Where were the keys? Who had the keys to the car?
they did.
You had the keys.
yes,
Okay.
my employees. I thought that they were going to hold her for 72 hours.
Right.
And this was a Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I thought she was going to maybe go to court Monday morning and get out on an
You did a
OR.
whole lot of presumptions.
It looked like they had like less customers.
They had
there,
fewer
so-
customers, but they
Yes.
were still open when
Yes,
you got
yes.
there. You couldn't even have the courtesy to wait. Maybe she would have called her mama, her daddy, boyfriend, girlfriend to come get her car.
I didn't have room. I have other customers, and the weekend was there, so
Right.
I had to get it out the way.
Right. Well, it's hard to believe you've been in business all this time. So then your car gets towed.
Right.
Then
and
what happens?
so then I go pick it up, and I end up paying $360, so I'm not broke.
This is only suing. You're only suing them for the $360.
Yes.
Oh, for the
towing, because
right,
the towing
but
was
there's also
unnecessary.
the fraud claim, which is a separate claim. In a fraud claim in your state, a prevailing party can be given triple damages. Did you know that?
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
You know what, Your Honor? I did not expect this to escalate.
Right.
And so I'm willing to drop the fraud claim, but
I was willing to give you triple damages.
And Your
but
Honor,
if you don't want triple damages, that's okay with me too, because I am ready to rule. Well, I have to say that, you talked about her being broke and that she caused a disturbance and everything, but the woman doesn't even want triple damages against you. And
it wasn't
all
fraud.
she wants is for you to give her back the money for having had her car towed. I mean, she's entitled to a whole lot more than what she's asking for. I believe she has shown fraud. This to me is, I don't even know what this is. But it's bringing people in for something that's free and then telling them later what that freedom means.
Most of my customers
I'm not going to argue with you anymore. Don't let me go live. Don't let me go live. Okay? I'm ready to rule. Judgment for and your countersuit for $175 for your money,
Yes,
that's dismissed. Okay, I'm ready to rule. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $360. Good luck to you both.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $360.
Do you have any final remarks?
I will not be returning for business.
Do you have any final remarks?
No, I don't. The judge didn't let me finish saying what I was trying to say. No.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house. Right. You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Priscilla James is suing Arthur Amos in the amount of $10,000. Ms. James claims her mother's landlord gave away her belongings after she passed and says he did so without contacting the family for permission.
Ms. James, you're suing Mr. Arthur Amos for $10,000 for breach of contract and negligence, is that right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and you, sir, you're a landlord?
I'm a landlord, correct.
Okay,
and owner.
A landowner, but tell me about the building that you own.
I own a property on Admore Lane in Chicago, Illinois, Your Honor.
Okay.
I've got 6 units there, and
It's a single-story place?
It's 2 stories.
It's 2 stories, okay, and you have 6 tenants?
Correct.
Okay, so I understand then that your mother was living in his apartment building?
Yes, my mother, Barbara.
Okay, so tell me, when did your mother move into this apartment?
About 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, so tell me what happened.
My mother has been living there about 3 to 4 years.
Right.
I live on the East Coast. We found out that she was falling ill, and so I, having a very flexible schedule as a tax specialist, was able to fly to Chicago. It was decided
to help take care of your mother.
To help take care of my mother.
Was anybody helping you to take care of your mother, or was it just going to be you?
It was me. I have 3 brothers, but they have large families, so
okay.
It was
and
me.
How old was your mother at the time?
She was 72.
Okay. So what happened? You go to take care of your mother. Now, she said she had been living there for some years.
About 3 or 4 years.
Okay, do you have the lease?
Yes, I have a lease.
Let me see the lease.
Brought the lease.
Okay, under the terms of the lease, well, how much money was she paying you?
$11.50 per month.
Okay, it's a 1-bedroom apartment?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right, so you went and did you live in the one-bedroom apartment with your mother?
Yes, I moved in with my mother during this time.
All right, so you're living with your mother, and what happened, ma'am?
I was taking care of her for about 6 months until sadly she passed away. I was taking care of the bills. Thank you. I was taking care of her bills and all of her.
You were paying her rent?
Yes, I was
How
paying
were you
her rent.
paying her rent during the time you were taking care of her?
With her checks.
Okay, so was she signing the checks?
I was.
Or you were signing for her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you continued to receive rent for the 6 months that the woman...
I did receive the rent like clockwork every month.
Okay, and during the time that the plaintiff is telling me she was living with her mother, were you receiving rent payments for the unit?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
And I never knew she was living there.
Right, well, you don't live there.
Well, I don't live there.
Right, did you never go by?
Oh, of course, I go by from time to time.
Right, during the 6 months that she was there, did you ever go by?
No.
You
well,
never went
yes,
to the...
yes, I had gone by, but I had never run into Barbara.
Okay, there's only 6 units, not 60 units.
Correct.
I mean, did you go by and check on her mother?
No, I
Your
didn't.
tenant?
When I mean go by, I would go. I handled one problem for another tenant. There was a
Okay.
plumbing issue. I would drive by occasionally. That's what I meant by going by.
Okay, was there no maintenance person on the premises?
I have a maintenance person if and
Okay.
when I need him.
Okay, so your mother passed away.
Yes.
So what happened then?
Then most of my family is on the East Coast in Maryland and Washington, D.C.
Right.
area. So we decided to have the funeral there, which meant that we had to transport
Have
my
her
mother.
transported back home?
Yes, yes.
You had a service for mom there?
Yes, correct.
Must have been really hard.
It was very hard.
Let me ask this question. Did you know her mother, your tenant, had passed?
No, I did not, Your Honor. I found out through one of my church friends
Right.
about 30 days before that, did you hear that, Barbara passed away? Isn't she one of your tenants? And I was
30 days before what?
about 30 days before we started communicating, before she sent me an email.
Okay, so you found out that her mother had passed?
Correct.
Okay, so tell me what happened.
So I went back to Maryland, took care of the business there. It took a lot longer than I thought. And I decided it was time to email Mr. Amos.
Had you been paying the rent?
Not for that last month because it was...
The month that your mother passed, you did not pay the rent that month?
I was in shock.
Okay, I can
it didn't even
understand
occur to me.
Okay. So were you surprised that you didn't get a rent payment that month?
Yeah, I was surprised that I didn't get a rent payment.
Okay. Well, did you try to contact her mother or go by?
Her mother doesn't have an email.
Did not have.
Did not have an email.
Right. You could have gone by there.
I did go by, and I
Okay.
actually left a note on the door.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
Was that the legal way to remove a tenant or a tenant's property?
I was about to follow the legal procedures.
And decided to do something illegally?
And later,
Anytime he's playing in Vegas, we would have a girls' weekend and we'd go
Yeah, he
travel
was a sexy
there.
man at one point.
Well, and one of my things is I like throwing my panties onto the stage.
What now?
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Priscilla James, who is suing Arthur Amos for negligence.
Why are we here? What happened?
Well, when I returned back in town to Chicago at my mother's apartment.
Which was when?
In June.
When in June?
Early June, the first week of June.
The first week of June, you come back, and what happened?
And I went to her unit and was going to her storage. And
what do you mean her storage? Her apartment?
Yes, she had a storage unit, all of her belongings.
Oh, so there's a
Mr.
storage
Amos's building.
with the apartment?
Yes, correct.
Okay, but when you went to the storage, what had happened?
Everything was gone, Your Honor.
So did you remove her items from storage?
Yeah, it had been, now we're past 30 days.
Right.
But I actually...
But wait. We're past 30 days, but you're not dealing with the living unit. You go to deal with her storage unit?
What happened, Your Honor, was after 3 weeks of not knowing where she was and finding out that she had passed away, knowing obviously she wasn't coming back, I had a renter waiting for the unit.
But why would you empty her storage unit when you still know she has stuff in her apartment?
Well, if
you're going to leave the stuff in the apartment, why didn't you just leave the stuff in her storage
I thought
unit?
I would start with the storage unit, which I did.
You're a landlord for how long?
about 30 years.
Okay, was that the legal way to remove a tenant or a tenant's property?
I was about to follow the legal procedures.
And decided to do something illegally?
Well, seeing as she was deceased and I couldn't find anyone.
Right. You didn't even know if she was deceased.
I knew she was deceased.
Somebody told you something, but you knew nothing.
Somebody told me she was deceased.
Right.
I didn't notice anybody around the unit when I went by.
Right.
Her car was gone.
Right.
The mail was piling up.
Okay, so at that point, why didn't you take legal recourse?
I was about to take legal recourse, and I thought, seeing as there was nobody claiming these items,
you didn't give anybody an opportunity to claim them. That's why there's legal recourse, and there's a way that you give notice when you don't know where to give notice. You do public notice in publications saying that I am filing a notice of eviction, and you put it in a newspaper. If there's still any newspapers, you have to have a circulation of, I believe, 100,000 people to put notice out there. You don't just take the law in your own hands. What was in her storage?
Irreplaceable things like her photo albums, pictures of her when she was a kid and my grandparents. She had this beautiful collection of scarves, and those are things that I cannot replace. Those are the last things I have of my mother.
What'd you do with them?
As I was going through the items with a couple of guys that work with me, I really didn't see anything of...
What do you mean a couple of guys? Who are these guys that work with you?
I have a couple of maintenance folks.
That come to the building?
Correct.
Nobody ever told you that they saw this woman living with her for 6 months? Those guys that come to the building sometime, that she had a daughter there?
Nobody ever... Barbara never told me she had a daughter, and I knew her for 4 years.
Right, but you didn't know her well enough to go check on her.
Correct. So we went through the items, myself and the fellows that work with me. We didn't see anything of substantial value.
To you. One person's junk is another person's treasure. You ever heard that?
Well, you know, I realize that now, and I'm deeply...
That's why you're standing up here in court today.
I'm deeply sorry that it happened. It may have been at the bottom of a box of magazines.
It doesn't matter where it was. It doesn't matter what it was. Mm-hmm. What matters is that it belonged to your tenant. And she had been a tenant of yours for several years. Mm-hmm. And you had no right to just take it upon yourself, self-help. The law tells you what you're supposed to do to evict somebody, basically for non-payment of rent. For you to go pillaging through her things, what were you thinking?
I hadn't handled that kind of particular situation in the past.
What situation? Before. You got a tenant not there and hasn't paid. So the law tells you what to do. You're a landlord. You don't just make up ways that you're going to deal with it. Well, I think I'll start here with the storage unit. And somebody that's renting your place, what do they care about the storage unit? But Correct. He hadn't touched the stuff in her apartment.
No, but there's video of him touching all of her stuff in the storage unit.
Do you have it?
I do.
Let me see the video. Is that you with the overalls?
No, those are a couple of the fellows that work for me. And I was asking them to make sure there wasn't anything of value. And
maybe, you know what, if you had thought long enough, you've lived long enough, maybe since it was so important to get that stuff out, to take it and put it in the apartment. But what did you do with it?
I donated it all to Goodwill.
Where do we come up with $10,000?
I mean, obviously her things are not replaceable. Right. Money's not going to replace our memories.
Well, I think that you caused emotional distress in this situation, and that you should have known better. You've been around here long enough that you should have known better than that. And just even the reasonable thing to do was to have taken those things and put them in the apartment, since you weren't doing anything with the apartment, to have put those things in the apartment. I do think $10,000 is excessive, but I am going to rule for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. Good luck to you, ma'am.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $5,000.
I just hope this teaches Mr. Amos to do the right thing in the future.
My condolences to Miss James and her family.
Coming up.
She confessed that she had tapped the curb with my car. And I go and I look at my car, and this is what I see.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Judith Pitch is suing Marina Scott in the amount of $1,963. Ms. Pitch says her former friend damaged a discontinued rim on her car, so she had to replace the entire set, and says Ms. Scott refused to cover the cost.
Ms. Pitch, you are suing for property damage in the amount of $1,963.
Yes.
And what's your relationship to the defendant?
We have been friends for 50 years.
And we are in court? We couldn't work this out? We're in court over $1,963?
Unfortunately, she refuses to take responsibility for what she did. What happened was we always go to Tom Jones concerts.
Oh, really?
We have been going for 27 years. Anytime he's playing in Vegas, we would have a girls' weekend and we'd go
he
travel
was a sexy
there.
man at one point.
Well, and one of my things is I like throwing my panties onto the stage.
What now?
Well,
What did you say?
It's like when he sings "What's New, Pussycat." You know, you said you're supposed to go up there and throw your panties on the stage. Well, I always do it.
You do?
Yes. But
do you take them off right there in the concert, or you come in with some panties?
Well, usually I buy a new pair, but I forgot to bring them this time. But I always. In my older age, I always wear 2 pairs of panties.
Okay.
And but I had the extra pair.
I'm thinking it must be pretty hard to get your panties off in a little concert
this
hall
was an
chair.
extra pair. I mean, it wasn't. They weren't dirty. She accused me of throwing dirty panties at Tom Jones. I'm telling her, hey. Sandra, this is they're not dirty. They're not dirty. She says, I don't believe it. And she goes storming off. And she has my car. She leaves me, deserts me.
Oh, you came in your car?
Yes.
And you drove?
I do all the driving.
Okay.
She doesn't like to drive.
Coming up.
Did you plan to call?
I had planned to call.
But did you have a car?
I have a very old car.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Judith Pitch, who is suing Marina Scott for property damage.
Well, the next morning she shows up, sweet as you please, and I was a little suspicious. Then she confessed that she had tapped the curb with my car. And I go and I look at my car, and this is what I see. There's a huge dent in the wheel rim.
Of the wheel, right.
She said, well, don't worry. When we get home, I'll call my insurance company and I'll get it fixed.
Is that right?
Yes, I did. I said that.
You said that and did you plan to call?
I had planned to call.
But did you have a car?
I have a very old car.
Okay, but do you have insurance on a car?
I have insurance, and my insurance covers whatever I drive.
Whatever you're driving, okay.
Her insurance doesn't cover other drivers.
Okay, so we get back to Pasadena, and then what happens?
I realized that it would be cheaper for me to just pay cash to get the wheel rim fixed.
She offered to pay for the wheel?
Yes, but then when we went to get the estimate, that they said, this wheel rim has been discontinued.
Right.
We don't know, we're gonna have to find it. Right. And you have to leave your car for several weeks. And I said, well, that's not acceptable.
Well, did you try more than one place to see if maybe somebody else could find the rim?
That's the place that she picked out.
I did.
So why are you here today?
Because I got tired of waiting for her to come up with another solution, because there's one place that we went to.
Say you're going to have to wait for weeks.
Yeah, I'm going, I can't be without a car for several weeks.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
So what did you do?
I go to this garage, and they tell me that if I only get one done, then the car will still be out of balance and possibly dangerous. So I need to have all 4 of the rims done with the 4 tires.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Well, the salesman told me that.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Well, it made sense to me.
So is that the $1,963?
Yes.
Well,
she didn't damage 4 of your rims. She damaged 1 rim.
But
I paid for it.
How much was it?
$369.
So she paid you for that?
From the first quote.
Right.
Which she did not accept.
Well, this is the second quote
Right, but that was a quote for 4 rims. She did not damage 4 rims. Well, and if your position is that some mechanic or expert told you that, then you needed to have brought that person here to explain that to me, because that doesn't make any sense to me. All right, well, I hope you work your friendship out, because good friends are hard to find, and we're none of us getting any younger. I'm ready to rule. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
I think the judge is very fair.
I just went what I thought were experts in the field. I don't know anything about cars.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all 2 grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Shirley Manor is suing John Rivers in the amount of $760. Ms. Manor claims the defendant's memory-boosting coffee caused side effects that got her kicked out of the opera, and says Mr. Rivers needs to pay for the pricey tickets.
Ms. Manor, you're suing Mr. Rivers for $760 for negligence?
Well, I'd say false advertising and more than that, really, emotional damage.
Okay. What's your relationship to the defendant?
I don't have a relationship to the defendant.
I wasn't asking you. What was your relationship to the defendant?
I bought his coffee, his Neuro Cafe, and it was advertised as helping memory. Did not. It also cost me a great deal of embarrassment at a public opera, and it caused me to have some very physical reactions.
So you make some sort of coffee?
Yes, Your Honor. I make very good coffee.
Well, okay, and what's this coffee she's talking about?
Well, I have 2 brands of coffee.
Okay.
One of them is just your standard, run-of-the-mill, delicious, nutty, smooth coffee. The other one has certain benefits to your health, one of them being mind health.
Okay, so what's in the coffee?
Normal, natural ingredients that you would expect to find in any energy drink, power bar,
Okay,
things
do
like
energy drinks and power bars help you with your memory?
Some of them do, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, like which ones?
Like vitamin water, for example.
Vitamin water helps you with your memory?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
It helps improve it, helps steady it.
Are there scientific tests to prove these claims? Have there been tests,
Your
laboratory
Honor, yes.
tests?
They have been FDA approved, yeah.
Okay, what about your drink? Is your drink FDA approved?
I use ingredients that are, sure.
Okay, but is your drink itself, with the ingredients in it, is it FDA approved?
Well, if it's using...
Answer yes or no. It's real easy. Is your drink FDA approved?
Not specifically, Your Honor.
Okay,
no.
that means no.
Okay.
That means no. That means no.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so when did you create this coffee?
I did, yeah.
What, inside your house, in your kitchen?
Oh, yeah. That's the dojo, Your Honor. That's the studio. That's where I do the magic.
Oh, okay. And how long have you been making this coffee?
Feels like my whole life, but the company's been around for 3 years.
For 3 years, okay. And you licensed, insured, everything?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're an LLC, a corporation?
LLC, yeah.
Okay, do you have any documentation about the corporation?
I do have my paperwork right here. I've got,
Corporation. Let me see that.
You got it.
So how did you find out about this magic coffee that's going to help you remember?
Well, after I retired, Your Honor, I experienced some short-term memory loss. And
How old were you then?
65.
65, okay.
Right. And I did go to my doctor, I went for a checkup.
Right.
And although the doctor said that I did not have Alzheimer's presently, I have a long family history of Alzheimer's.
Okay.
So I wanted to get ahead of that disease.
Right.
And I went researching on the web myself.
Did you ask your doctor, did he recommend anything to help you to get ahead of the disease?
No. He didn't say anything, but...
Did you do any research to find out if there's anything that you could do to prevent yourself from having Alzheimer's or dementia
Yes,
if
I
it's
did.
hereditary?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what'd you find out?
Well, I found out that there are some supplements in some products that might help my... might help my memory.
So like what?
For instance, they said that lion's mane could be an ingredient that would help me because it's a medicinal mushroom that's supposed to improve cognitive function and improve memory.
So did you go searching out lion's mane?
Yes, I did. That was one of the key phrases I used.
Okay.
And that's how his coffee came up.
His coffee came, but if that's such a big deal, that came up with a lot of other products, not just his coffee.
It is true.
So
There were
what
more than
drew you
one.
to his coffee?
Well, I have to say, for instance, on his webpage, it said all these testimonials about
all these people that
all
said,
these people
you
said,
don't even know those people.
Well, no, I don't. But they talked about the boosting of brain function.
Right.
They were talking about how great their memory was after all this.
You know what? My brother likes to say this because he's got his own health issues. If there was a miracle drug out there, then we would all be healthy, right?
I understand.
There would be no dementia. There would be no Alzheimer's.
Right.
If there was such a thing.
And with all due respect, Your Honor, I did not think that this was a medicine.
Right.
I didn't think it was going to cure Alzheimer's. I just feel I have evidence, symptoms of early onset Alzheimer's, which the doctor didn't feel was enough to say that I actually had Alzheimer's.
Okay, and you were looking, you were searching, and
I was
reaching
searching,
at
and I felt
straws.
kind of desperate because, my mother, my grandmother, my sister, all had Alzheimer's at the age of 65. So I felt pretty desperate.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
You're supposed to have a cup of coffee every morning, and if you feel particularly some brain fog going on, you can try it twice a day.
Okay. All right, is she right? This is what you recommend in this product?
Your Honor, it's coffee. I don't recommend any serving size.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Shirley Manor, who is suing John Rivers for negligence.
Try anything else other than Neuro Cafe?
No, not as the first try. This was my first attempt.
So what was so how are you supposed to use this? You're supposed to have a cup of coffee every morning or something?
You're supposed to have a cup of coffee every morning, and if you feel particularly some brain fog going on, you can try it twice a day.
Okay. All right, is she right? This is what you recommend in this product?
Your Honor, it's coffee. I don't recommend any serving size.
Do you have any pages from his website where he says he's guaranteeing anything?
Well, he doesn't guarantee it.
Is he promising anything?
Well, not really a promise per se.
Right. So you start drinking this coffee. How much was the coffee?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
How much was the coffee?
The coffee was $30 a bag. I got 2 bags.
Okay, you got 2 bags. Yes. So then what happened? That's why we're here. I guess something went wrong.
Right. So about 3 weeks before this incident I had, which I'm going to describe to you, I started drinking the coffee.
Okay.
And it tasted good and everything like that. But about 2.5 weeks into it, I started getting jittery. And I've been drinking coffee my whole life.
On 1 cup a day of this?
This was on 1 cup a day.
And you weren't drinking any other coffee?
No, but I did start to, just before going to the opera, I started having it twice a day. And that, but I had already started feeling jittery before the twice a day.
So why would you drink more of it? If you were already feeling jittery at once a day, why do we drink another cup?
I understand, but I was hoping, because I hadn't seen any improvement in my memory.
Right. Maybe it didn't work.
Pardon me?
Maybe it didn't work.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I should up it and see if that would help.
Did you see any evidence that your memory was improving?
No.
Your Honor, a doctor said her memory wasn't bad, so how could it improve?
That's not what she said. And I don't answer questions, but that's not what she said. Anyway, go on. What happened then?
Okay.
3 weeks in.
Right. Well, so I do want to emphasize that these were very expensive opera tickets.
How much were the tickets?
$350 a piece. I spent $700.
Right. Okay. So what happened at the opera?
Well, at the opera, and we were only 10 seats away from the stage, and with everybody, all the noise and all this stuff going on, I felt like I was under the microscope.
Right. Well, you weren't on stage.
No, I know, but what happened was, all of a sudden, I got these terrible muscle contractions and some involuntary movements, and I let out with a screech. And oh my God.
What did you say? Let me hear it.
I went, It was more like that.
Sounds like you were part of the opera.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but it didn't feel too good, and I wasn't getting paid, Your Honor. I was not getting paid. And I really doubled over with these muscle contractions, and I let out with this involuntary screech.
Okay.
And my muscles were twitching, and I'll tell you, it was just so embarrassing.
Right.
It was so embarrassing because people turned their heads. They were looking at me.
Right. But what was the opera going on at the time?
Yes.
Did the people on stage stop performing?
They did not. They were very professional.
They just kept going.
They just
Maybe
kept
they
going.
didn't hear you.
Maybe.
Right.
But I saw people around me turning their heads.
Okay.
And I hate to bother people.
Right.
And I hate to be embarrassed.
So that happened that one time.
That happened.
And then?
And then I didn't want to call any attention to myself, so I just stayed there. But once again, I had an involuntary screech, muscle contractions. It happened all over again.
The whole thing?
The whole thing, and by that time, I just knew I had to go to the bathroom. So I got up to go.
Where's your friend?
My friend was right next to me.
Okay.
And she was looking really frightened too. But she didn't know what to do.
She needed to do more than just look frightened. Your friend is supposed to be helping you through
Right, but she didn't know what to do to help me. She looked pretty
she's asking you, are you okay? Should we go? Should we go to the hospital?
She was mouthing it. She didn't want to make any more noise. And I got up to go, Your Honor. I got up to go. But before I could even get out of the row, the ushers from the theater just kind of descended upon us. And they said to my friend and to me, you have to leave the building.
Right.
To leave the building.
Because you were interrupting the opera. Right?
Well, I don't know. The professionals on stage seemed to be able to keep going on. They didn't turn.
Right.
I mean, I
so
understand.
you were escorted out of the building?
We were ushered out.
And then what happened?
And well, it was humiliating. And also what happened then was they just said, don't come back.
Okay.
And that was that for then. I felt terrible for my friend.
Did you go to the hospital?
I didn't
Have
go
you
to
sought any sort of medical treatment or anything?
Well, I did. I called my doctor, but I couldn't hear back right away. So I just went home and lay down.
All right.
And I was
well,
just
it
trying
couldn't
to
have been that bad if you didn't go to ER or what is that other thing that they go to? They do nothing for you.
The urgent care.
Didn't go to urgent care.
Yes, urgent care. Well, I was just trying to get over it. First of all, I was humiliated.
Right.
The worst thing you can do to me is humiliate
you seem like you were more bothered by the humiliation than whatever was physically happening.
It was really, I was doubled up at home, but my friend said, let's try a compress on you. Let's try and see what will happen.
Well, let me ask the defendant a few questions. So how much of this coffee have you sold in these 3 years you've been doing this?
Your Honor, my company's doing great.
Okay, I asked you a question. How much of this stuff have you sold in 3 years?
Your Honor, I sell...
How many bags have you sold?
On average, probably 10 a week.
10 bags a week, that's it?
Well, $30 a bag, that's not terrible, Your Honor.
Okay, but this is really still being made out of your home.
Right, exactly. It's a passion project I'm trying to turn into a business.
Do you have a license to mix this up in your home?
Your Honor, yeah.
Where's the license? Let me see that.
Well, I don't have it with me.
Coming up.
You're supposed to have a whole lot of licenses for that.
You're right, Your Honor, and if you were
I know I'm right. And I don't believe you have a license.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Shirley Manor, who is suing John Rivers for negligence.
Okay, well, you need a license to be producing a food product in your home.
Right, of course, Your Honor.
Okay, I want to see it.
Okay.
Keep looking through the paperwork. I know you knew you were coming to court when you left your house today. You don't have to come up here. What's in the envelope? Let the bailiff have the envelope. Let me see what you got.
Your Honor, what I have right here is reviews from my customers.
I don't want to see any reviews.
That's what I have.
You don't have any documentation that you're operating a legitimate business. You are preparing food and selling it. You're supposed to have a whole lot of licenses for that.
You're right, Your Honor, and if you were to
I'm right. And I don't believe you have a license. So back to you. Yeah. Why are we here?
Okay, because this whole thing happened because of his coffee.
How do we know?
Well, because I was drinking coffee before that, and I didn't get jittery.
I don't know if you ate some donuts that morning that you shouldn't have eaten that day, or you.
No.
I don't know. I mean, you don't have any proof that anything that he took affected your health.
Well, ma'am, I want to say, with further research, I found out that he had cathinone as one of his ingredients.
Right.
And cathinone.
Is it on the label?
Yes. But
well, you were doing all this research, remember?
I didn't see it. My vision isn't the greatest. I couldn't read the very small print, and it had this thing. Cathinone is
call
equivalent.
These readers for a reason. This
With
is
all due
why,
respect,
if you can't see something, you're supposed to do this, and then
I
you can
have
see
them.
everything.
I have
right.
them.
So
I
you
have
missed
them.
that one ingredient.
I did.
Okay.
But.
And what does that ingredient do?
That ingredient is equivalent to an amphetamine,
right? Which
is known to produce these kinds of effects.
Right.
Coming up.
What do you have? What kind of degrees?
Your Honor, I make coffee, not medicine, so this...
Answer is none.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Shirley Manor, who is suing John Rivers for negligence.
You had an obligation to read the label before you decided to take this stuff. He shouldn't be selling it, but that's a whole nother thing. We're going to report him to the state at the end of this case. Well, he's going to get reported to the state for operating this business basically without a license. But that's not why you're here. You're here because you believe that he caused you to have this reaction at the opera.
That's correct.
And you haven't proven that to me. And the 760 is what, the tickets?
The 760 was $700 for 2 opera tickets and $60 for the coffee.
Right.
But when I called him and told him what happened, he denied any liability. He said he'd give me 20% refund on the coffee. That's $12, Your Honor.
Right. Okay.
I spent $760.
Right. Well, you're getting a little upset. Did you have some of that coffee today?
No, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have not touched it since I've had those contractions.
I hope you haven't touched it, and I hope that as you go, we've been joking, but Alzheimer's, it runs in my family too. Yeah. And it's a very scary thing, this whole dementia thing.
It is.
But the one place I wouldn't go is to Billy Bob making some stuff in his kitchen.
I
mean, that is the last place I'm going to go looking for help.
It was just a start, Your Honor.
I understand. Well, hopefully that's the end.
Yes, it is.
And so what are we doing next?
Well, I did talk to a gerontologist.
There you go. We're starting with a gerontologist. I bet he got a license.
Yes, it's a doctor.
A doctor,
an MD, an MD.
What do you have? What kind of degrees?
Your Honor, I make coffee, not medicine, so this...
Answer is none. Okay, I get it. I get it with you now.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
All we can do is to pray about it, have faith about it, believe in blessings and believe in grace, because I had a great grandmother that lived to be almost 100 and she didn't have it, even though it was in the family. So you don't know what's going to happen.
Well, my grandmother did. And my mother took care of her. And I took care of my mother and my sister.
And you have anybody to take care of you?
No, Your Honor.
See, me either. I don't have any children.
I don't have any children.
I don't have any children. But you know what, though? You got nieces and nephews?
I do.
Okay, this is what you got to do.
Okay.
You got to make them think you got money somewhere.
Oh, God. As a school teacher?
Right. Now, you got to make them think you got to make them think you made all kind of great investments, and they're going to think when Auntie dies,
wait a second,
she's going to leave me something.
You are a judge, and you're telling me to lie to my nieces and nephews?
Tell your nieces and nephews, because they don't have you under oath.
Okay.
Okay, they got to just believe that there's money in it, and they're going to take care of you. And then you'll have the last laugh in the end.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready to rule judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
If anybody knows how to get a license for food production in the greater Dallas area, let me know.
How could the judge dismiss the fact that there's this ingredient that's like an amphetamine?
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house. Right. You had 7 years that told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Eva Ryland is suing Janae Noir in the amount of $650. Ms. Ryland claims she temporarily left her dog Ace with her best friend and says the defendant changed Ace's name to King and refuses to give him back.
Ms. Ryland, you're suing Ms. Noir for civil theft and conversion of a pet, your dog?
That's correct.
And you're asking for $650, or you really are asking for specific performance, which basically you don't want money, you want the dog.
Exactly.
Okay, so tell me about the dog.
Well, I've had Ace for 3.5 years. He's an Irish Terrier.
Okay.
And he's my best friend.
Is Ace here with us? We have a dog?
No, Ace is not here because he's been through a lot of stress, and I did not want that extra stress of him flying on the plane to be here.
Okay, so how old is Ace?
He's 5.
He's 5, and you had Ace for 3.5 years?
Yes.
Where'd you get him?
I adopted him.
Okay, and so you had him as a puppy then?
Yes.
Okay, and how do you know the defendant?
Well, we've been best friends for about 5 years. We met at the park, and I was walking Ace, and she had her daughters
I had
with
my
her.
daughters, my 4 and my 6-year-old, and then we just met at a park.
And they all took a liking to Ace, of course, because he's the most adorable.
Everybody loves puppies.
Uh-huh.
And so you say we've been best friends. That's deep. I mean, best friends is like the best of friends.
Yes, yes.
So what did that mean?
We talked pretty frequently on the phone. We would text each other, confide in each other.
Right. Go out, did y'all take trips together, anything like that? Go out to dinner?
We took a few weekend trips.
Weekend trips.
Yeah.
We had meals together, watched TV, movies.
Oh, wow. You have a husband?
I have a boyfriend.
And you?
Ex-husband.
Okay, but during the time we were best friends, were you couples that were also friends?
We kind of gossiped.
Oh, you were big gossipers, yeah. There's not a lot of good gossip these days. So then the dog came between us. So you were offered a job out of town?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
tell
Your
me
Honor.
about that.
So I work for a major airline.
Okay.
And
Are you an airline attendant?
I'm the operations manager.
Oh, okay.
And we were opening a new headquarters in Phoenix, Arizona. So if I wanted to keep my job, I had to move to Phoenix, at least for time being.
Well, how long did you think you were moving to Phoenix?
Well, I was hoping to be there for 1 month and then take Ace with me once I was settled in and once I understood the lay of the land and my hours.
Okay, so who was keeping Ace during this first month?
Well, I had asked her and she declined. And so I had my brother keep him, but my brother has a pit bull.
Okay.
And the dogs didn't get along.
Right.
So that only lasted 3 weeks.
So why didn't you take the dog when she first was going away?
Well, I have 2 daughters. I have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. And I did not want them to get emotionally attached to the dog because we lost our dog a year ago. And I didn't want for me and my kids to go through that again.
Right.
So I said, if I'm going to take Ace, it has to be permanent custody. I don't want to temporarily have a dog and have
to give him back.
Correct.
So then we went to Plan C, which was my neighbor, next door neighbor, an elderly woman named Janice.
Right. How old is Janice?
She's 70.
Okay. Well, that's not that elderly.
No, exactly. I thought she could take care of herself, so she can take care of my dog as well.
So you made arrangements with Janet to take care of the dog?
Yes.
Okay. So then how long did Janet take care of the dog?
And I trusted her as well, but she had him for about a month, and my daughter went over there to look at him, and he was neglected, very neglected.
In a month? Like, how was he neglected?
He wasn't brushed. He looked like he had fleas. He was itching himself a lot and scratching.
Well, why didn't your daughter take the dog?
Well, my daughter is 17 and she lives with her dad, and she just wanted to finish high school, so she stayed in San Jose.
With the dog, but in the same
But he
town?
can't have a dog at his
Okay,
house.
but your daughter was in the same town with the dog.
Yes.
How often was your daughter visiting the dog?
Well, only a couple of times throughout that month because she was busy finishing high school.
Right. What about the month she was with your brother? How often did your daughter visit the dog?
Not that often.
How do you know?
Well, at the time, we were just kind of communicating a little bit about the dog.
Right. And she was telling you that the daughter wasn't visiting with the dog?
Briefly over a text message.
Okay. Now what?
So then I asked my brother and Jay here to help out. It was just emergency, basically.
Okay, but now you've been gone over 2 months now. Why didn't you take Ace back to Phoenix?
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
You're saying basically I'll take the dog.
Yes, I'm gonna keep.
You're gonna keep the
King.
dog.
King. My daughters and I, we renamed him King.
Oh, he changed the name. He's not Ace now. He's King.
No, he's
King.
Ace.
He's King.
And later.
I believe it's a good lesson to realize, okay, sometimes things happen and you have an opportunity to make it right again. However, I do not believe it is our family's responsibility to pay for that opportunity again.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Eva Ryland, who is suing Janae Noir for civil theft.
Well, I ended up working really long hours and not loving it. And so I was already starting to apply back in San Jose at other airlines because I wanted to come home.
How does he come to live with you?
So basically, after Janice clearly could not take care of the dog, she asked me if I could take care of him. And I said yes, but only under the condition that I would assume permanent responsibility of the dog.
You're saying basically I'll take the dog.
Yes, I'm gonna keep.
You're gonna keep the dog.
King. My daughters and I, we renamed him King.
Oh, he changed the name. He's not Ace now. He's King.
No, he's
King.
Ace.
He's King.
Wait a minute. Did you come home, take a look at him, and turn him over to her, or was this turning over the phone?
Over the phone after my daughter was involved and my brother.
Specifically over a text message.
Oh, was it? She didn't have a phone conversation with you?
The conversation was over the text.
Do we have the text conversation? Let me see the text. You're talking about the welfare of your dog in text messages?
No,
it's like your child.
I had family members there representing me.
They didn't represent you, girl. Neither one of them could keep him.
That's true.
And they sure weren't representing poor Ace King, or King Ace.
And named him after cards.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They name him after cards. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Janie, I'm in a pickle, and I need your help. What's wrong? It's Ace. He's been staying with my brother for a bit, but his dog and Ace aren't getting along. I asked my next-door neighbor. She hasn't even been taking care of him at all. He's in horrible condition. I need you to keep him for me, please. I have no one else. That's horrible. Poor Ace. I just don't see how this will work with my daughters. I don't want to go through all this again. Please, it's an emergency. Fine, but he stays with me permanently. And your response, I just want him to be in good hands. So sounds to me like she told you that if Ace comes to me, it's permanently.
She had mentioned that a few times.
No, but she said it here in text. And you said, I just want Ace to be in good hands.
Yes.
And what you're showing me is how you don't love a dog. You just put him in there with a big pit bull, took him from the pit bull, put him with an old lady, they can barely take care of themselves. Then you say, okay, I know it's gonna be permanent, we'll make it work out. And not one time, girl, let me send you some money for taking care.
Well, I'm a single mom and I went for a better
here we
career.
Go. We got a single mom with a daughter living with her daddy. The daughter living with the daddy. You got nothing but excuses. They paid for you to move to Phoenix.
Yes.
Not a dime to offer. Did she ever offer anything?
No.
I did. I offered a Chihuahua in replacement.
A Chihuahua?
Yes.
Well, where'd you dig up this Chihuahua?
Well, my ex knew that I was very lonely, my ex-boyfriend, and he has a Chihuahua.
And he offered you the Chihuahua?
He offered me the Chihuahua.
Well, so why didn't you just take the Chihuahua?
Well, because I want Ace. I love Ace.
No,
Ace is my dog.
You don't.
I do.
No,
I do love Ace.
No, I don't believe
Yes.
No, do you
so
believe
I
she loves
offered her
Ace?
and
Not
her
at all.
girl.
Has she shown you any indication at all that she cares about Ace?
Not one bit.
What kind of parent are you?
I knew I was coming home.
This feels like an abandonment issue to me.
No, I knew I was coming home, so I just wanted...
You didn't know when you were coming home.
Well, I had to get a job back in San Jose
When did you
first.
finally come back home?
May 30th.
Okay, so how long was you? That's like 4 months now? You were gone 4 months.
Yes.
And so from May until now, you've been trying to get him back.
Yes.
With a less and less chance that he even knows who you are.
This was always temporary. I've had him for 3.5 years. He knows who I am.
Right, but you did not behave like somebody that thought they had a dog that they left in the care of someone. If you had left your child in that person's care, I would expect that you send them money. Dogs and children cost a lot of money.
Yes.
It's a lot of care. Vet bills, grooming, food, treats, daycare package to Ace.
A care package?
Did she send you anything?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
So tell me what King's life is like at your house.
Wonderful. He's happy. He's flea-free. He's got food. He has my daughters to play with.
They love him.
He's healthy. He's
Does
happy.
he stay in the house?
They're pulling his fur and hair and eyes.
Excuse me? No, they're not doing any
Why
of that.
would you say that they pulling his fur and hair? You don't even know. So the girls are in love with King.
Absolutely.
So what's the $650 for? If you don't get it back, you want $650?
I want the dog.
Okay, well, you're not getting the dog. There's a term called abandonment of property. And I feel that you abandoned and relinquished responsibility of this dog to several people until somebody said, I'll take him, but it's got to be permanent. And you didn't say, oh no, let me get on a plane and come back and get my dog and take him back to Phoenix because I want to keep my dog. He's been with 3 years. You go, okay, I just want him to be in good hands. And he was. And he still is. And so he shall remain.
And if she would have agreed for the temporary ability at the beginning, then I would have just had him back.
You didn't make it clear here that you weren't agreeing that she was going to keep the dog permanently. What I suggest is you need to talk to that ex-boyfriend about that chihuahua. I'm ready to roll. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Justice was served today. King belongs to me and will always belong to me.
Justice was not served. Ace is my dog, and he'll be back.
Coming up.
I would love to not be here. I did speak with his ex-wife. His ex-wife did.
I don't care what his ex. She ain't got nothing good to say about him.
Probably
nothing
not.
good to say.
But she
That's
did
why
help
she's
us communicate it and bring the pot back. She did encourage him to bring the pot back.
Instead, you can talk till you start turning blue in the face.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Susan Miller is suing Terrence Miller in the amount of $800. Ms. Miller claims her daughter's pottery class project was broken into pieces by the defendant and says he should pay for her daughter's re-enrollment in the class.
Miss Miller, you're suing Mr. Miller. Are you related?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. You're suing him for negligence for $800. So what is your relationship?
Yes, thank you. So my daughter's 13 years old. She takes a pottery class at a place called the Playground. Apparently, Mr. Miller's daughter also took a class.
Okay.
Very different classes. His daughter's 5, mine is 13.
Okay.
When I went to the Playground to pick up my daughter's pottery piece at the end of the session, I knew I couldn't safely transport it at the end of the session.
Okay, so at the end of the whole class session, you mean it went on for those weeks and at the end you come to see the item?
Correct, yes.
Okay, your
Thank you.
daughter, sir, tell me.
Hi, I'm Terrence Miller, and I am the father of Brittany Miller. No relation to her.
Right.
We both have daughters named Brittany Miller.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here to defend myself today because two mishaps.
Okay.
That neither of which I caused.
And you didn't see what your child was making?
No.
And you didn't see what your child was making?
I did. I saw a beautiful picture of the finished pot, but before it came home.
So then what happened?
Thank you. So I went and I picked up at a later date the pot for my daughter. At least I thought I was going to be picking it up.
Okay.
When I went to the Playground and I told them my daughter's her
Brittany
name is Brittany,
Miller.
I'd like to pick it up. Of course, they gave me the wrong Brittany
They gave
Miller.
you 5-year-old Brittany's.
Correct. I do have actually images of it. May I hand it to the bailiff?
You're going to show me the image of little Brittany's pot?
Correct.
And
As well as
and big Brittany's pot?
Yes, thank you.
Let me see.
That is my Brittany's
That's
beautiful
big
pot.
Brittany's pot.
You
And
got
this
it.
looks like little Brittany's pot.
That is little
right?
Brittany's pot.
Okay.
Coming up.
But you told them that this is not my daughter's
Correct.
pot. What happened when you told them that?
They said that they were very sorry. It must have been a mix-up.
All right, I understand that. But did they give you the right pot?
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Susan Miller, who is suing Terrence Miller for negligence.
But you told them that this is not my daughter's
Correct.
pot. What happened when you told them that?
They said that they were very sorry. It must have been a mix-up.
All right, I understand that. But did they give you the right pot?
No, because at that point, Mr. Miller here had already taken my Brittany's pot home. He did not realize he had taken the wrong one.
Okay, so tell me about when you picked up little Brittany's pot.
So I arrived at the class to pick up my daughter, and she came outside.
Okay.
And we left. I took that back to my ex-wife.
Right.
And I got there and I was like beaming. I was like, hey, look at how wonderful this is. Maybe our daughter's like a prodigy at ceramics and pottery.
Amazing. 5 years old.
Yeah.
Can stay between the lines and everything.
But she was having none of it. She was already mad because the Playground had called her and said that I took the wrong pot, that the other parent's mother came by after me and wanted the pot. She was handed something, a soap dish or whatever my daughter
Little
made.
Brittany's pot.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
Right.
I seat belted it into my back seat. I didn't glance at it when I got to the Playground and I got out of the car.
Right.
Sure, this has happened
And
to
there
lots
it
of
was
people.
broken in the back.
I opened the door and it tumbled out onto the ground.
Oh, it fell on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so then what happened now? So then you found out how?
I went to go pick up my daughter's pot, and I was handed that.
How often do they have the class?
I was heartbroken. I believe they run it every 6 weeks, and I'm hopeful to enroll her again in it. But that, Your Honor, is why I'm here.
Right. You're here because?
Because everybody makes mistakes.
Right.
There are always things that are outside of your control.
Right.
And I believe it's a good lesson to realize, okay, sometimes things happen and you have an opportunity to make it right again. However, I do not believe it is our family's responsibility to pay for that opportunity again.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
The school assumed a duty.
Yes.
He didn't really assume a duty. He was just supposed to take something back that wasn't his. Maybe the idea was that the school should have arranged for it because he did not have a duty to you because he didn't know who you were.
Correct.
So he couldn't have had a duty to somebody he didn't even know. The school should have given you another course with her, and that's where it should have ended. It shouldn't have had to come to all of this.
I would love to not be here. I did speak with his ex-wife. His ex-wife did.
I don't care what his ex. She ain't got nothing good to say about him.
Probably
nothing
not.
good to say.
But she
That's
did
why
help
she's
us
ex.
communicate it and bring the pot back. She did encourage him to bring the pot back.
Instead, you could talk till you start turning blue in the face.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, this is about what the law says. You sue on a negligence theory.
Yes.
The negligence didn't start with him. The negligence started at the school because the duty was owed to you by the school. I'm done. I'm ready to rule.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Judgment for the defendant, and good luck to both of you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that I won this case because she didn't really have a case to begin with.
The judge thinks my child will take more classes. She will, but I won't be paying for him. I'll find another way.
Thank you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house. Right. You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Anna Smith is suing Zara Jensen in the amount of $1,650. Ms. Smith claims her former friend didn't object when she took in an unneutered stray cat and says Ms. Jensen bailed without notice and stuck her with the rent.
Ms. Smith, you are suing Ms. Jensen for $1,650 for a breach of contract, is that right?
That is correct.
Is she your landlord?
No, she's my former roommate.
Your roommate. Were we friends?
Yes.
How long have we been friends?
For about a decade. We met in high school.
A decade. And look at us. You're young. You met in high school. You were kids, and now you're in court. You should never move in with your friends. That's really the bad thing. When two people get together that used to be friends and they move in together or they go into business together, it's usually a problem. So whose idea was it to let's try to move in together?
Well, she did offer. She had an extra room because she was staying at her uncle's building.
And so you decided to take her up on the offer?
Yeah, after I found out that my ex-boyfriend cheated on me and I had to move out.
Right, okay. Oh, it was his apartment?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so what do you have, a 2-bedroom apartment?
Yes.
And you told her, come on and live with me?
Yeah.
How much were you paying there?
Well, before her, I did have a roommate, so I was paying.
You did have a roommate?
I did, formerly.
Okay, and how much was your part of it?
$1,650.
That was your half of it?
Right.
And your roommate paid $1,650?
Yes, or I guess $1,470 was the rent, and then with utilities, it's about $1,650.
Okay, so you were willing to make that kind of payment?
For sure, yeah. I have a full-time job. I work remote as a graphic designer.
Okay, and how about you?
I'm currently unemployed.
Okay, what were you doing when you were employed?
I actually am kind of bounced between jobs at the moment.
Right. But did you ever have a stable job?
Not quite. I've just been on my savings account for a while now.
Well, that's got a lot of savings. That's $1,600 a month is a lot of savings. That's like, what, $20,000 a year almost?
I grew up fortunate.
Oh, okay. So you grew up with a silver spoon?
You could call it that.
And you?
Yeah.
I do not. No, my parents are both teachers, so not a lot of money.
So no such thing. So your parents were helping you out then?
Right.
Is this a trust fund baby thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, don't be embarrassed. So we're moving together. We're all excited now, right?
Yes.
Any rules, any house rules that got set from the beginning?
It's kind of just, be respectful, clean up after each other, or clean up after yourselves and everything.
So then how did it start going wrong?
I mean, it was probably about mid-July.
How long has she been living there?
She had been there for about a month.
About the first month she's there, what happened?
I had been feeding a stray cat for a couple months.
Right.
While I had been there, and I eventually decided that I felt like it was really hot out in LA, and I just, wanted the cat to have a place to stay. It felt responsible. It felt like I had the means to provide that.
Right.
So I told her that I was going to bring the cat in, and she seemed okay with it.
You were all right with the cat coming in?
Well, she was kind of just saying she kind of guilt tripped me. She was like, "Oh, do you like cats? Like this poor cat that I was."
But you don't like
stray.
cats?
I mean, I'm not allergic, so I can tolerate.
Right, but you're not a cat person.
Yeah, and this cat wasn't spayed or in any good condition.
But you can do all that to the cat once you get it.
Yeah, but she did not.
Oh, you took in a cat that had not been spayed.
Right. I mean,
neutered?
it was a stray.
Right.
So
but you grab them and you take them to the vet and you get them neutered. I had a lot of stray cats.
I had been planning to make an appointment for him to be spayed. Yeah.
Okay, because an unneutered cat does a lot of marking. So it started going a little sour already, 30 days in, and there's a new person living with us, a cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Unneutered.
Yeah, and then also, I started reaching out in August, hey, there was the yelling, the cat yelling, so meowing or whatever.
Right.
And then you also get the litter box in the living room. So not even
the litter box in the living room?
The litter box is in the living room because I wanted it to be accessible for him. I just feel like...
Well, didn't he have the run of the house?
I'm not the run of the house, I would say, but if I put it, she had suggested multiple times that I put it in my room, but I just feel like if I'm closing the door, it's not accessible for him.
Right.
I want him to have space to run.
Right.
I want him to be able to be a
Why
cat.
you didn't put him in your room?
I didn't put him in my room because I think my room's too small for a cat.
Right.
I mean, the apartment.
And then who puts a litter box in the living room of the house? Like the first thing somebody walks in smells a litter box in the living room?
Yeah.
She was claiming that she was cleaning it every day.
And she wasn't cleaning the litter. You weren't cleaning.
I was cleaning the litter box.
How often were you cleaning it?
Every single day.
Every day? She said she was cleaning the litter box every day.
Except when she was at her boyfriend's house, which became kind of a thing around the same time.
Now you got a boyfriend then?
Yes, but I'm coming back and cleaning it. It's not I'm
you leave your boyfriend's house every day to come back to your house to clean the cat litter?
Yes.
Did you ever have a cat before this? Living inside with you?
I did not.
Well, that was probably a problem right there if you never lived with a cat. A cat is a lot of indoor work.
Right.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
She was staying at her boyfriend's house for a while, and I just said, it's not fair. I didn't want this cat, and now I feel like I'm the one that...
Oh, you were taking care of the cat now.
Yeah.
She was feeding him and everything. You could have just opened that front door.
And later.
They're mourning, we're going through the service, and then I see in the doorway this misty...
Fog coming in.
Yes.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Anna Smith, who is suing Zara Jensen for breach of contract.
Okay, so then how did we get here then? Because things got really ugly with this cat.
Well, yeah, there was the cat.
Okay,
and
then what else happened?
Well, basically, she was staying at her boyfriend's house for a while, and I just said, like, it's not fair. Like, I didn't want this cat, and now I feel like I'm the one that
Oh,
has to
you were
take care
taking
of.
care of the cat now.
Yeah.
She was feeding him and everything.
Mhm.
You know, you could have just opened that front door.
Yeah, but then I'd have to hear it crash out, and then that was
Right. How'd you let him out?
Exactly.
Whatever. Did you ever get him neutered?
I did not.
How long? Now we've had the cat about 3 or 4 months, and he's not neutered.
And like it was in October, I was still texting her. Like,
why are you texting her?
Because I was just saying, hey, like Biscuit's been yowling a lot at night. I can't sleep. I can't do my job.
Oh, and she's not there.
Oh, well, she's just saying, like, oh, yeah, it's just the heat. It's, like, totally normal. I'll get the appointment soon.
But was she staying there most of the time, or she's not staying with the boyfriend?
At this point, so basically, like, she was with the boyfriend a bit, and then I said, like, it's not fair, like, I can't be with the cat. And so then her solution was to bring the boyfriend to the apartment.
Okay, so now we got a second person.
Exactly.
Uninvited. By you, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so did she ask you if it was okay if her boyfriend came?
Well, because it's always like, oh, like he's just gonna crash here for the night, like Glendale's really far, or whatever, and then
it just got longer and longer.
Exactly, and then it was like 4 or 5 nights
left
a week.
around and everything. Yeah, I get it. She's feeding him, cooking for him, and everything.
Exactly. Yeah, boys are
And
gross.
feeding her as well.
He
I'm
smoked
sorry?
indoors.
He did what?
He smoked cigarettes indoors and weed.
You let him smoke cigarettes in your house?
Yes.
Girl, you should have started running.
Yeah, well,
it just seems to me that this just was untenable. If
You're
it were
telling me, yeah.
Yeah, I am telling you. That a smoking boyfriend and a howling horny cat, that there's a litter box in the living room.
I know.
That's a lot for anybody.
She's leaving. See, but the thing is, I understand. I totally see where she's coming from.
Right.
She moved in with her boyfriend in a very similar way.
Right.
Of
a smoking boyfriend?
Being there.
Did you have a
here and
smoking
there
boyfriend?
more.
Vaping, so like not as bad, but you know, still clouds everywhere.
Right. So you let your boyfriend smoke in the house too?
Well, vaping's different. Like it's not.
Oh, it was vaping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But your boyfriend is smoking cigarettes.
Correct. Like with with the ash and everything.
Right. Right. Wow.
Yeah, but honestly, the turning point for me was when I caught him looking through my underwear drawer once, and when I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm looking for a lighter."
And we've talked about that before, and I've told her that.
Talked about what before?
The fact that was not appropriate of him.
Well, how many times did he do this?
Once.
So how long was boyfriend around?
Like around like the summer, like towards the end of the summer.
Like how long? Weeks, months?
Months, yes. Like,
how many months?
I would say like 2, like three at most.
3 months. Cat's been around how long?
Since July, so almost like after, like so like but there was like 1 month of like normal, like no other roommates.
Your first month was normal.
Yes.
Then after that, it just all hell broke loose. You got the cat, you got the litter box, you got a smoking boyfriend. It might be a pervert because he's in your lingerie drawer.
Yes.
She
Why
had
are we
August,
here today?
September.
Why are we here?
Because she had August, September, October to give a 30-day notice. She had
What
3 months
30-day
of
notice?
not being okay with the situation that I
Right.
think she could have given that 30-day notice we agreed to. I don't mind that she wants to move out.
Oh, you mean you had a verbal agreement that
we
she
had
was...
we had texted about it, so I have proof, screenshots of this
Right.
agreement that we had had.
But you had said that I'm going to give you 30 days notice?
Well, there was so basically every time I would confronted her, like whether it was text or like face to face, she was just like, "Oh, you're overreacting. You're
Right.
just jealous because
Right.
I have a boyfriend and you do not."
And every single one of those times she had the option to reply to that with, "This is my 30-day notice."
So tell me what was the last straw for you?
Oh, just maybe the fact that it looked like a dump every time, like the boyfriend was over.
You have
and-
pictures?
Yeah.
Let me see what's going on here.
Like, I don't know, I feel like you'd want to sit on that couch. Like, I did not. And here's another one too. They left pizza for me once in a
They
box.
left what?
They left pizza for me once. It was like a few days old.
Oh, wow.
I did not eat it.
Right, but it was never like the house was left for this than much longer than like.
Okay, but you got food and stuff on the floor here.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
that particular night
and the
that she had taken
kitchen
that
is a
picture,
mess?
I said, like, we're going to get mice. And she's like, that's why I have the cat.
That was your answer to that?
It was a joke.
What was in writing with this breach of contract? Because you already got a problem because there's no signed agreement. Is there a signed agreement?
Well, she's on the lease. I'm not.
Okay, but is there a signed agreement?
I did not sign anything.
Okay, see, that's the problem. All matters involving property, real estate, must be in writing, signed by the parties. That is, the law goes back for hundreds of years. I think I'm ready to roll. I guess the friendship is over. Sad.
Yeah.
Sad. over a man and a stray cat. You didn't have a cat when you offered her that she could stay there. And then you didn't treat the cat right.
I don't think that saying I treated the cat unfairly.
I'm saying you didn't give the cat a quality of life.
I think
it doesn't sound like it. And you didn't give her a quality of life by having a litter box in the middle of the room and a howling cat at night and a boyfriend vaping all day long. No, smoking all day long.
And if that became an issue
smoke, up all night, in her drawers, going through her stuff.
If that became an issue in July, then I don't know how it wasn't mentioned by August or September.
You know, you can go back and forth with me, but I'm going to win in the end. Because what happens is what I say. And I say judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Do not move in with your friends. Moral of the story.
Do you have any closing remarks you'd like to make about the case?
No, I do not.
You don't? Okay, thank you very much.
Coming up.
I have 2 associates helping in the practice.
Right.
They help me rush everybody out, and everyone's screaming, "What's going on? Oh my God, they think there's a fire."
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Margaret Ellis is suing Trevor Swanson in the amount of $930. Ms. Ellis claims the defendant delivered a fog machine to her funeral chapel instead of a humidifier, and says the thick mist caused chaos and a loss of business, and Mr. Swanson needs to pay up.
Ms. Ellis, you're suing Mr. Swanson for negligence in the amount of $930.
Yes.
This has to do with something with a fog machine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so how do you know the defendant?
We work together. I rent equipment from him for my memorial service.
Okay, and now why did you need a fog machine? No, a dehumidifier. It says fog machine in the paperwork.
Yes, it was a mishap. That's the whole, it's a really ridiculous story,
So
I'll tell you.
you were renting a dehumidifier?
Correct, Your Honor.
And why did you need a dehumidifier?
So at the funeral home, it's been raining a lot, so the curtains were damp. So I was trying to get rid of any dampness from in the furniture in the chapel.
So you rented a dehumidifier?
Correct.
Do you have a contract for that rental?
Yes, I do, but I didn't actually get the dehumidifier at first. That's the whole mishap.
Okay, but I still want to see what's in the contract here. Because you sued him for negligence, not breach of contract. And it's a dehumidifier. So then what happens? Do they deliver that to you? You picked it up?
It was a whole mess. That same day was a really busy day at the funeral home. We had a rehearsal memorial in the chapel.
Okay. So how does she get this dehumidifier that you rent her?
I personally delivered it to her.
You delivered it. Was it in a box?
It was in a box.
Okay. Did it identify itself as a dehumidifier?
The box itself did not. We use a standard box, so we reuse boxes a lot.
Okay, but I mean, didn't you check what you were taking over to her?
I didn't. I checked the label.
Right.
I thought I delivered the dehumidifier.
Okay.
Coming up.
So what happened in this rehearsal?
So I calmly walk to the back, just kind of check out the lay of the land, and I see all this smoke. I don't know, I think it's smoke, like there's a fire.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Margaret Ellis, who is suing Trevor Swanson for negligence.
What happened that led us here now?
Yes.
Because you got delivered a fog machine.
So
how about that?
Yeah, I didn't know so when I was in the memorial practice, my assistant, Jonathan, I'm sorry, he's not here, when I was in the practice, he was answering the phones.
Okay.
Box came. Right. He knew we're looking for the dehumidifier. Right. Grabbed the box, plugged it in, ran back into his office.
Okay.
Well, all this is meanwhile going on, and I see in the doorway this misty
fog coming in.
Yes. So I calmly walk to the back, just kind of check out the lay of the land, and I see all this smoke. I don't know. I think it's smoke. Like there's a fire.
Right.
I have 2 associates helping in the practice.
Right.
They help me rush everybody out, and everyone's screaming, "What's going on? Oh my God, they think there's a fire."
Right.
Then they also accidentally delivered these other 2 boxes, and they had some sort of animatronics in them. So these boxes are making like Halloween witch cackling and.
What, you mean you're just hearing noises?
Yes.
How many,
It's out of a circus.
Wait, let me stop you.
Yes.
You delivered more than 1 box there?
Correct.
So you delivered, what else there?
Essentially event props for this Halloween
venue.
venue.
Halloween party.
Yep.
So these are noise-making things.
Correct.
You had an invoice that you wrote out.
Yep.
That you should have delivered 1 dehumidifier to this funeral home.
Absolutely. When she contacted me about the mistake,
Right.
I came
So
to her.
I wanted to know, how did the practice end? How did this impact the practice?
Your Honor, it was like a circus. It was my funeral home became a haunted house.
A haunted house.
It was
imagine. Right. Dead bodies were
embarrassing.
there.
Yeah.
And then you got
It was a disembodied arm was in the box. I opened. There's a shaky arm.
Really? One of those arms?
Yeah,
and
that's like
things?
Happy
Was
Halloween.
a skeleton in there?
We do good props.
I mean, they were mortified because
Yeah, but you don't know how to deliver them correctly.
That's correct.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
So why are we here? What's the $930 for?
That's the amount for cleaning, and then I had to have my assistants work overtime to help make phone
So
calls,
this is all
canceling.
about the cleanup.
Cleanup, extra work with my my
Why don't you
support
think
team.
you owe her for this?
Because the instructions in the box were clearly labeled for a fog machine.
Right.
And I did come to her and I did offer.
What did you offer?
I offered $200.
You should have known what you would deliver. You should have known that you were delivering 1 box to that place, but you didn't. You delivered 3.
Except for the fact
But
that
she did not have the same responsibility because she didn't bring it to you. You brought it to her. What about the cost of what you didn't get? How much was that?
I didn't. Well, that's not in there. I just put.
Well, that
in,
should be an additional $75 because you didn't get what you were supposed to get, right?
Right,
So
I appreciate that.
$930 plus 75 is what? You know I can't add. Is that 1,005?
That's exactly what it is.
What? I got it right. It's 1,005.
Yes.
Judgment for the plaintiff in
Thank
the
you,
amount
Your
of $1,005. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,005.
The judge made the right call. I'm really impressed. I knew she would, and I really appreciate it, and so do my clients.
It was an honest mistake and it seems like an exorbitant amount of money for that mistake.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all 2 grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Robert Gaines is suing Marcus Reed in the amount of $20,000. Mr. Gaines claims his grandson's viral podcast spilled family secrets that tanked his reputation and political ambitions, and says Mr. Reed needs to pay for the harm he caused.
Mr. Gaines, you're suing Mr. Reed for $20,000 for emotional distress and damage to your reputation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you are, what is your reputation?
Well, at that time, I was a councilman running for my 5th term.
Okay.
And my grandson, he made a malicious video, a podcast that
Involving you?
Involving our families.
Okay.
Discretions.
So, how old are you?
I'm 62, ma'am.
Okay. So, your reputation was one of what?
Well, I'm just cut to the quick. We, as a family, were migrant workers working in Texas.
Right.
And
You mean in the past, your family, you come from a family of migrant workers?
Yes, ma'am. And I, as the oldest, been trying to work on our family legacy. I've been the one who's been the breadwinner and basically guiding and leading our family.
Okay.
And not just our family, but the community, ma'am.
Right.
We've been working in the different churches, working in the different homes.
Are you a pastor too?
Well, assistant pastor at that time.
Okay.
But before, as I progressed, I got more into politics. But first, a community activist, then got into the politics.
So as my understanding is that you just realized you were related to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so tell me your story.
So my story is I'm adopted, And my adopted mother, I later found out she was actually my biological auntie. That's only because, so I'm a doctor, I'm a psychologist, and I've been working with generational healing and truth for my community.
Okay.
So as a result, I wanted to know who was my family and where was I from.
So you grew up in a household where you were adopted by someone who you thought was just a stranger who adopted you, but you later learned that the person that raised you as a mother?
As a mother.
Was really your aunt.
Correct.
But she never told you that.
She never told me that until I figured it out through, I did ancestry DNA tests.
What, you were an adult then?
I was an adult then.
Okay, were you her only child?
Yes.
You're the only child in the household?
Correct.
And all those years of your childhood, she never once said, we're really related?
She never told me that.
Well, was she a mother to you?
She was a great mother. She inspired me to become a psychologist. She's a psychiatrist herself.
Okay.
And I actually needed I wasn't helping myself. So when I did the DNA test, I found some cousins. Actually, I have some evidence from my DNA test. I found some cousins in Sharman, Texas.
Right.
And that's when they introduced me to some pictures, some old family pictures.
Right.
And I seen a lady that looked like my mother. And I said, hey.
Your mother who adopted you.
Who adopted
Right.
me. And I called her on FaceTime and said, hey, I'm in Sharman, Texas. There's a lady look just like you. And that's when she broke down and told me that she's actually my biological auntie, not just my adopted mother.
I can show some light on that,
if
you don't mind, Judge. We had to make a hard decision.
When was this decision?
I was 30, and my daughter was messing around with a man who was around my age, around 24. She was only 14.
Okay.
And she got pregnant by him.
Okay.
Now, I had a hard decision I had to make. The dad, he was in the drugs. He were, again, violence. And again, as a man that was trying to out there working with the people in the community, and then my child getting caught up in that, I didn't know what to do.
Well, you didn't seem to have a strong hold on your child. I mean, what were you doing at home trying to help everybody in the community? What was you doing at home? I'll tell you one thing, I could not have had a boyfriend. I couldn't have had a boyfriend when I was 14. I was not allowed to take company, as they used to say.
Same thing here, ma'am. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, well, then how your daughter got out from under you?
Again, as parents, we do the best we can.
Right, but what were you doing for her?
Again, I raised my child right. Don't get me wrong. I raised in the church, strictly by the Bible. We were going by godly principles. My child knows what she did. And she knows what she did because when we made that decision that we had to make that hard call.
What hard call did you have to make?
The hard call we made, ma'am, was that...
And stop yelling.
I'm sorry. The hard call we made was that I had a choice. Press charges or abortion. And I don't believe in abortion, or adoption. And then when I say...
So let me understand. So your daughter gets pregnant by this bad guy?
Yes, ma'am.
And at 14?
At 14.
And you decide that did you have a wife?
I'm sorry?
Did you have a wife at
yes,
the
ma'am.
time?
I said we as a family.
As a family decided that we were going to give the baby up for adoption. Is that right?
With my daughter, with the other members of my family, my sister, all of us was together when we made this decision.
Right.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
It means so much to you, the legacy and all, remember?
You know, it's hard being a black man in America. No, Judge, it's hard being a black man in
It's hard being a black woman in America, too. Is that where we going?
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Robert Gaines, who is suing his grandson, Marcus Reed, for emotional distress.
So what was the decision that the family made?
So instead of just going to a legal adoption agency, my younger sister took her in.
When she gave birth, your sister,
yes, ma'am,
who was how old?
She's just a couple years younger, so she had to be 28.
She took her. Why didn't y'all take her? Why didn't you just raise the baby like it was your baby?
Again, the decision...
He wanted nothing to do with me.
No, it was more to it.
Why do you think that? Because he didn't like who your daddy was.
The family was messing with us.
And also, Your Honor, when I did the ancestry DNA, I found my cousins. They led me to my grandpa. I went to his house thinking he would be happy to see me. He never seen me. And he told me he told me that he didn't know what I was talking about, and he didn't actually want to see me. He basically told me to leave his doorsteps.
Well, then I don't understand something, but you were raised by his sister.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes.
But
Okay, but my question is, if this was family, how come you didn't know who this man was?
He never came around, Your Honor, and they hid it.
The family got mad at me, Your Honor. Okay. Everybody got mad at me. I was being extorted by his other side, his family. They were threatening me, trying to expose stuff. So I had a lot of pressure going on at the time.
Mr. Gaines, okay, this is not a political speech. Your sister agreed to take him.
Yes.
But then she stopped talking to you?
Yes, she got mad too. Everybody felt that the decision I made was wrong.
Okay, because your sister thought that you should what?
Maybe they might have felt that I should have raised the child myself. I don't know.
Or let me.
But like I said, I was being extorted by the people. They knew where I was in the community. They knew what our legacy of our family.
It's all about your reputation. This don't feel like this about no family. Because guess what? There's family right there. Your blood is running through this person right there. And you keep talking about the community and the community and the community and the community. And how your sister is raising him and you don't have him in the family.
My sister got mad at me.
Right.
Because of the decision we made, so we weren't talking either.
What were you doing to repair that relationship? It means so much to you, the legacy and all, remember?
You know, it's hard being a black man in America. No, Judge, it's hard being a black man in America.
It's hard being a black woman in America, too. Is that where we going?
I'm stating the fact that we made hard decisions and we have to live with it.
Stop, please. You're wearing me out with this. You don't even know what you want. You don't know what your goals are. You don't know what you're working
I take that offense. I do know what I'm going in. As a man of God, I know what I was going through.
Okay, a man of God wouldn't have given up his child.
But I could have made a choice of abortion. I didn't make that choice either. What? I made the choice to hold on to the child.
Watch your tone.
I'm going to send you outside because you're raising my blood pressure.
I'm sorry. No, but I could have did that in a time when that's the quickest thing they do.
You need to stop yelling.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? You have given me every possible excuse, and then you got to come down to a black man in America. I mean, really? Really? This boy finally shows up, a grown man, and says, Grandpa, I know how much family means to you. Here I am, your family. And what happened?
And he said, I don't know what you're talking about. Leave my doorstep.
Told you to get out of his face.
Yes.
And then what'd you do?
I left, and actually what I did was I already had a podcast, so I made a series called Healing Intergenerational Pain and Trauma, and I told my truth. I told my truth about...
What did you say in your truth?
Yeah, so I told the truth about me being adopted, not knowing my real mother, and finding out that my grandpa actually tried to hide my mother.
I didn't try to hide.
Because she was 14, and the fact he was embarrassed because he was trying to be a politician and he didn't want that on his...
That was worth more. That reputation was worth more.
Yes.
What about your mother, your biological mother? Did you reach out to her?
I still haven't met her yet.
Why haven't you met her?
I've been trying, but there's still a disconnect with I heard she was in Washington, D.C., but I'm still only hearing, and I still haven't got a connection with her.
Well, you know what? And all this stuff that I'm hearing that he's trying to protect family ain't even talking to each other. Somebody's in Washington, D.C., we don't know where she is. His sister's with you, not even talking to him. You go 18, 20 years and didn't even go to a family reunion or a barbecue chicken party. Nothing. So you told your truth on the podcast.
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then that's when he felt betrayed, or he felt like I was sabotaging, I was sabotaging his political campaign because he was in the middle of a campaign.
Oh, he was in the middle of a campaign.
Yes, he was in the middle of a campaign.
What was this? Your fourth or fifth term?
Fifth term, but again,
did you lose?
Yes, ma'am. I lost because of the video.
No, you lost because of who you are.
No, ma'am, please.
Please. You lost because of who you are.
And I'm a good man. You know, it's hard.
So, and then you know what really tells you who you are?
Yes,
you
ma'am.
sitting here suing this boy about your reputation. It's still about your reputation. It's not about family. Can I tell you what it sounds like it's about? It's about me, and a little bit more of me. Oh, did I mention me?
Coming up.
But I always call her mom, but she's actually my auntie now that I found that out.
But she's still mom.
She's still mom.
Mother is a verb.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Robert Gaines, who is suing his grandson, Marcus Reed, for emotional distress.
Okay, yes, maybe we didn't communicate. Yes, I was taken off guard. But then you come and we talk it out, man to man. You don't go and exploit our secrets out to the world.
I tried to talk it out
but you don't do that. That's what this culture
doorstep.
does.
Excuse me, he showed up at your doorstep. This man to this man.
A lot of people show up. I didn't know who he was, ma'am. I haven't seen him.
I'm your grandson. I'm your grandson. Should have clicked in your head.
A lot of people say these some family members trying to steal
now
me for money.
you know he is your grandson.
And now I do. Yes, I do.
You have got to stop yelling at me.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
going to step out of here in a minute. I don't like to be yelled at.
Yes, ma'am.
Where do we come up with the $20,000? What is this supposed to represent to you?
First, again, when he came out with the podcast, we sent him a cease and desist letter. Again, just to say, hey, and I was planning to talk to him later on about this, but not in the middle, in the heat of a campaign. That's
okay,
all
well, the
was happening.
campaign's over. Now you lost. Now where are we? Family. When's the last time y'all had a family reunion?
Okay, and I'll be real here. I've been trying to reach out. I've been trying to call. I've been trying to talk to him. He doesn't want to talk to him. Now I am the villain. Okay, I got that.
Do we have any witnesses here?
Yes, my mom is actually here.
Your biological mother?
Not my adopted mother. But I always call her mom, but she's actually my auntie now that I found that out.
But she's still mom.
She's still mom.
Mother is a verb.
Yes.
She mothered you.
Yes.
There's some mothers that are nouns that are not mothers. There are other kind of mothers.
Yes.
The court's going to call Evelyn Gaines Reed. Come forward and be sworn, miss. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. You could step over here with your son. So, Miss Reed, I've been hearing a lot of testimony about this family and these secrets, and I'm sure you heard some of the testimony outside.
Yes.
How do we go all these years without him, your son, knowing the situation?
Coming up.
He's not where you can even have a common conversation with him.
There you go again, always interrupting.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Robert Gaines, who is suing his grandson, Marcus Reed, for emotional distress.
Well, I adopted him when he was a baby, and so I didn't feel it was a need to say, you know, like what the trauma was until he got older. And when he got older, then I was more than welcome to say that I'm his aunt, but I love him as my child.
But you didn't tell him. He found it out through Ancestry or one of these other websites.
Yes, he did.
Right, but why didn't you tell him?
I just wanted to make sure, Your Honor, when he was ready. I didn't want to force a trauma because I'm actually healing as well.
Right.
With me protecting the legacy. I don't have personal, you know, biological children of my own.
Right.
So he was my child.
And he is your child.
Yes.
Well, everybody keeps hearing about this family legacy, but it just sounds like a title because I don't see family here. Where's family going on here? Families are separated, living in different places, not talking to each other, keeping secrets. When's the last time you saw your brother?
I haven't seen him in a while due to the fact is, I mean, listening to him outside arguing with you, he's very irate.
Right.
And he's not where you can even have a common conversation with him.
There you go again, always interrupting.
And I want him to know that I really love him, Your Honor. But all these years, he's talking about him, and not this child. This child is in our family.
I mean, when's the last time there was a family reunion? What about when we all got together around the tree and would follow la la line? When was the last time that happened?
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
Talks on people's birthdays, anniversaries, none of that happened.
No.
So y'all don't really have family. Sounds like y'all don't have family. Where's the family? Where's this great family that we've been protecting? Where is it?
I've been working on it.
Well, where you've been working on it for 30 or 40 years, and you've gotten nowhere. Look where you are, in court, suing your only grandson for $20,000 for ruining your reputation when you ruined your own reputation.
But Your Honor, but again, like you said, she could have said something. All this time,
Always
I'm
somebody
the only
else.
one holding signatures.
Always somebody else. Get a mirror. Take a look at the man in it. I'm ready to rule. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Any final comments on the case?
Yeah, I just want to say family's supposed to be everything, but my grandpa showed me sometimes personal things like political gains is more important than family.
Again, I'm just trying to teach a young man how to grow up, a young boy to grow up to be a man. And I'm surrounded by women, and I was surrounded by women today in this court, not giving me a chance to speak.
Thank you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Alex Cooper is suing Blake Myers in the amount of $1,200. Mr. Cooper claims he broke his anime sword after Mr. Myers pressured him into eating edibles and says the defendant is responsible for the damage.
All right, Mr. Cooper, you're suing Mr. Myers for $1,200 for negligence. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you know Mr. Myers?
I know Mr. Myers from 3 years ago in San Diego in an anime convention.
Oh, an anime convention.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
I've been to one of those. Right, they sell those robes.
There's
Right? Don't they sell the robes?
Yes.
The kimonos.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what all I remember is I
there's-
bought 3 kimonos.
There is multiple animes different from originating from Japan.
Oh, okay. And what is anime?
Anime, it's
Japanese animation.
Oh, that's what it
Specifically.
stands for. Anime is animation. Okay, I
Made
learned something
in Japan
new.
specifically, it's a certain art style.
Okay, so what's with the kimonos?
Kimono is just a traditional Japanese
Because I
garb.
know that, but are they connected?
It's originated in the show Demon Slayer.
Oh, I
Kimono
see.
is a culture in Japan.
Oh, okay, I understand. That's still world. So that you met him at one of these anime festivals.
Yes, Your Honor.
You became friends?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Naturally.
yes?
Yes.
Okay, so why are we here today?
I'm here to sue Blake Myers for breaking my $1,200 Nichiren sword.
What's a Nichiren sword?
It's a type of like a katana. It's like a name for it.
Okay.
Yeah, in the show Demon Slayer.
Okay, and what is it? Does it have some sort of magical powers? Like Excalibur or something like that?
Yes, it actually has a color changing. When the owner first gets the sword, it changes to a specific color of that person. Mine was
The
yellow.
sword changes to your color?
Yes.
So if I had it in my hands, it would change to my color?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It happens in real life or only in the cartoon?
Cartoon.
Oh, okay.
I wish that happens in real life.
Thought I was going to see some magic.
I wish
Okay.
it happens in real life, honestly.
Okay. All right. So where'd you obtain this sword?
A well-crafted smithsman.
What is that?
It is an individual who has trained and worked in ironing swords specifically to create defeat demons.
Okay. So you bought a sword that from this animated.
From an actual smith's.
I know, but it comes from this animation that you're talking about.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you wanted it because that's what it reflected.
Yes.
And you paid $1,200 for it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have as much a love for this as he does?
I have a love for the anime, yes, but I do not pay that much for my props, no.
Right. So they're props.
Yes.
That's a lot of money
It's a
for
replica.
a prop. sword. Have you seen the sword?
I've seen the sword, yes.
When did you get an occasion to see the sword?
When we were at the convention together.
Oh, you brought it to the convention with you?
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
people are walking around with these swords?
Yes.
They allow these things in?
They're prop swords, so they're not actually sharp. It's a dual blade.
Real.
Okay, but it's made out of steel, so it is a sword, though, right?
Yes.
Can it kill somebody?
It can, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
Your
it's
Honor.
pretty real.
With enough effort, yes.
Okay.
It wouldn't cut somebody, but
No,
it could definitely
but
hurt
Can
somebody.
you
if
stab somebody with it?
You could certainly try.
I guess you could just hit somebody over the head with it.
Yeah, that
and
would
then
definitely
a
leave a
broom then
mark,
could
yeah.
be, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first time you saw it was when you met him?
That wasn't the first time I saw it. It would have been when he bought it. We were at the convention together.
Okay, so when you're at the convention, are you in some sort of, I don't want to offend you.
I am in uniform.
You're in uniform. I started to say uniform. So you're in a uniform. Okay, and are you in uniform?
I am also in
And what
uniform,
uniform are you in?
So it's called cosplay, or cosplaying is what the
That's
action
what
of it is called.
cosplay is. Wow, I'm learning so much.
I cosplay as a parody of a character from the show Demon Slayer as the stoner Hashira.
Okay, what's a stoner? Does he get high?
Of course, I mean, it's in the name.
Okay.
He's a parody of what's called the Stone Hashira, who's a very spiritual, strong-willed character in the show.
Okay, and what does this uniform of yours look like?
Mine, I have green and weed logos all over it.
Do you have pictures?
On me, I do not.
You didn't bring a picture of you in a uniform?
I did not, no.
He probably was too high.
Do you have any pictures of you in uniform?
That will be shown later.
Okay, but so you have something to show me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So why did you just say he was probably too high? Does he smoke marijuana?
Heavily, Your Honor.
How often do you use it?
Personally?
Yeah.
About daily, usually
Every
at the
day?
end
Did
of the
you
day.
use any
night.
today?
Not today, not yet, no. I'm waiting till after this case when I hopefully have good news.
Okay. All right. And what about you? Do you use marijuana?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So how did we get here today about this sword?
The reason why I am suing Blake is I was peer pressured to take edibles while I was at a recent convention in Anaheim.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
So what happened that night?
You know, recently he had been thinking maybe I might be ready enough to try it.
Peer pressured. Peer pressured.
Did you say
This
to
is a
him,
grown
wait,
man.
did you say to him, I think I might be ready to try these edibles?
I do not.
And later,
Rochelle is watching the register. A customer comes in, and who's supposed to fill the customer's order?
Yeah, so I was only gonna be gone for a few minutes, so I was gonna be right back.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Alex Cooper, who is suing Blake Myers for negligence.
So how did he end up with edibles?
I mean, before the event, I like to kind of relax and make sure everybody has a good time. And as somebody who's bringing enough to share with everybody.
Edibles.
Edibles,
Right.
yes, ma'am.
Now,
Edibles,
you know what,
pre-rolls,
before you
etc.
get to that, during this friendship, had you ever done edibles with him?
Not with him, no. He
Ever
usually
offered
decides not to go out. I've offered it plenty
And
of
that
times,
he
yes.
always said no.
Normally, yes.
So what happened that night?
So that night, you know, recently he had been thinking maybe I might be ready enough to try it.
Peer
and
pressured. Peer pressured.
Did you say
This
to
is a
him,
grown
wait,
man.
did you say to him, I think I might be ready to try these edibles?
I do not.
You never said that.
I do not, ma'am. I was peer pressured too.
Okay, tell me how you were pressured into taking an edible.
So this was in the hotel before we headed straight to the convention.
Right.
And he had edibles, and me being me, I didn't want to feel left out, right?
You mean because everybody else was doing it?
Yeah, I felt,
But you're a warrior. Why are you doing what everybody else is doing?
because I've communicated with this Hashira here,
Okay.
that I am still in training.
Okay.
I am still growing my strength to take on this challenge.
So at the time you didn't have the strength to say no.
No, ma'am. I didn't have the
So-
strength to take on an edible.
So
either.
you ate the edibles. Did you grow up with your parents?
No, ma'am.
You didn't have your mother and your father growing up?
No, ma'am. I was trained by my master.
So you didn't grow up in a family with a mother and a father?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, your masters didn't tell you that you are the master of your own fate?
It was a bit abusive in my training growing up. I was forced. I tried running away, honestly. I tried running away, but he always dragged me back, even by the neck. I was also struck by thunder. Absolutely.
Your Honor, he's referring to the character, by the way.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I was talking about you, Mr. Alex Cooper.
Mm.
Were you raised with your family?
Yes, ma'am.
You ever used to say to mama, but I want to do it because Johnny's doing it, and your mama says, I don't care what Johnny's doing, you don't do it. Just because he says, if Johnny jumps off the roof, does that mean you jump off the roof? Did your mom ever say stuff like that to you?
Sometimes.
That you didn't have to do it just because somebody else is doing it? That's childish.
No, ma'am.
So you took the edibles.
I was definitely peer pressured, though.
And Alex took the edibles. And who's the character?
My character?
Yeah.
I am the Thunder Hashira.
So did the Thunder Hashira take the edibles too? Is that yes?
In the show, no, ma'am.
What did he say?
Yes, he did take the edibles, and he was in costume when he did, yes.
What happened once he took the edibles?
So we took them before we ended up getting our Uber to go to the convention. And when we got there, typically lines get really long for the autographs. You have your famous actors, voice actors, writers, artists, whatever it ends up being.
And so what happened?
When we get there, I start to feel it kicking in for me. I'm starting to have a good time.
What was happening for the plaintiff?
He said he was getting tired and wanted to go sit down while we were waiting in line.
Did something happen?
No, this is my first time ever having an edible.
Okay, but what happened? Why are we here?
This character is known for waking up from a deep sleep and doing a big attack to take down his enemy.
You've forgotten something. You're forgetting something. We also had a second douse of edibles. I was told to take a round of edibles. I was also peer pressured. I'm hazy. I'm intoxicated. I was consenting to a Pokeball, which is 50 milligrams of
THC.
It was 50 milligrams.
Okay, so did something happen involving the sword?
He broke the sword on his own accord with his two hands.
How did you break the sword?
This was when I was waking up due to my exhaustion, and I was told, oh, pull move through the seventh form, thunder breathing, thunder god flame.
And then you went into that trance?
Yes.
And you broke your sword?
My sword.
And that's why you're suing him?
Yes.
I would like to see the film. You said you had a video for me.
Yes, I have evidence of being filmed and my embarrassment and the sword breaking because I did not consent, nor did I know I was given 150 milligrams.
Okay, can I see the film, please?
Yes.
Zenitsu, you gotta wake up, bro. You gotta show him your thunder breathing. Clap and flash that, bro. Clap and, yeah. Zenitsu. Whoa! Oh, watch that thing, dude.
Oh my God.
This was absolutely humiliating. I also have the receipt of when I bought this sword.
Right. But you know, you have to accept responsibility for your own actions. You're a warrior. You have to say, you know what, I learned, I took these edibles, and then I don't know how to behave when I'm under the influence, and I will never take any more edibles again. You promise? No more edibles, warrior? And so you are responsible for what happened to you, and you're responsible for what happened to your sword. Good luck. I hope to see you at the next anime festival when I go looking for kimonos.
I hope to see you there, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready to rule judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise. Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I feel good. I mean, I'm sad I lost a friend, but some people just have to take responsibility for their own actions.
I did not have enough to say. It was very one-sided.
Coming up.
And then she comes out.
She had not come out, Your Honor. What had happened was that the woman, Rochelle, she took 2 pieces of the rye bread, put mustard on it, and then said she could not put the meat or the cheese because she is vegan.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Julian Lawson is suing Andrea Blake in the amount of $1,079. Mr. Lawson claims he ordered a sandwich from Ms. Blake's shop and says her vegan helper refused to add meat, so he deserves compensation.
Mr. Lawson, you're suing Ms. Blake for $1,079, and this all arose out of a $10 sandwich.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so tell me what happened here.
On June 27th of this year, I had visited Gold Beach, Oregon. I drove from Klamath, Oregon, 225 miles to visit a museum here, and I stopped there at her shop.
Okay, what type of shop is it, miss?
It's a sandwich shop.
Does it say sandwich shop, a deli?
It's called the Bread Zone.
The Bread Zone, okay, all right.
I ordered a pastrami sandwich with on Swiss and rye bread, and There was a young woman working there. I waited about 5 minutes. There was no other patrons there, and she didn't make the sandwich. I asked her if she was going to make the sandwich. She said she was not an employee. She was just helping because the owner was in the bathroom at the time.
Were there other patrons inside this sandwich shop?
There were not, Your Honor.
There was nobody. Was this during lunchtime?
It was.
So you don't have a very busy shop, it seems.
We've been getting a lot slower because of the weather recently. But yeah, so I was covering for my employee that wasn't there. And my cousin Rochelle, she was there at the register at the time that Mr. Lawson came into the restaurant.
So what was Rochelle supposed to be doing? Just watching the register?
She was just watching the register. I was going to go on a quick bathroom break, so I was going to be gone for about 5
break.
minutes.
Rochelle is watching the register. A customer comes in. And who's supposed to fill the customer's order?
Yeah, so I was only going to be gone for a few minutes, so I was going to be right back.
Okay, so well, how long were you gone?
In total, probably about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes. Okay, so 5 minutes you're waiting around for a sandwich, and then she comes out?
She had not come out, Your Honor. What had happened was that the woman, Rochelle, she took 2 pieces of the rye bread, put mustard on it, and then said she could not put the meat or the mayonnaise or the cheese because she is vegan.
Coming up.
If you get an attitude around your food, you should have moved on because you don't know what happens to your food after that. Your mama should have taught you that.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Julian Lawson, who is suing Andrea Blake for unjust enrichment.
Let me hear from Rochelle a minute, because you encountered Rochelle first.
That is correct.
All right. What's her last name? I don't see her name on the witness list.
It's Blake.
Blake. Rochelle Blake? Mm-hmm. Come forward and be sworn, man. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you can stand over here. Rochelle, what do you do for a living?
I work in retail, but I also do manage the Bread Zone social media platforms.
Okay, so the day that this gentleman came in for a sandwich, what was happening?
So I took his order and I explained to him that I could take his order, but I wouldn't be able to make the sandwich because I am not an employee.
So then why did you start making him a sandwich?
So Mr. Lawson had started getting pretty aggressive while I was waiting. It had only been about 3 minutes, I would say. He was saying, "This is ridiculous, you need to make my sandwich."
And you know what? You never should get an attitude around people preparing your food. If you get an attitude around your food, you should have moved on because you don't know what happens to your food after that. Your mama should have taught you that. This is why y'all ain't got nobody there. I could tell you the way this little setup right here sounds like insanity to me. So then what happens?
She didn't have gloves on. She was doing this barehanded, so she went
but
to go.
But yet you still waiting on that same sandwich.
Still waited, but she went and got the owner. The owner, it took another 5 minutes or so, it seemed. And
so how long were you there before you saw this lady here, the defendant?
About 15 minutes.
Waiting on a sandwich.
Waiting on a sandwich.
A cold pastrami sandwich.
A cold pastrami sandwich.
On rye bread.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
You come out and then what happened?
Yes, and then Mr. Lawson is saying he wants a refund, that we didn't even make his sandwich. He's being really aggressive and belligerent. And then,
so why didn't you just give him his money?
She offered me a gift certificate. You're either going to give me the $10 or we're going to wind up in court like we are today, Your Honor.
And so she didn't give you the $10?
She did not.
And you're here in court?
I am here
You spent $375 to file this lawsuit. Now, even if you win, you're not entitled to your court costs. Did you think about all of that on principle?
Well, it was a principle.
Okay, well, we're here on a $10 principle. People do things on principle and they don't think about, is it really worth it? All I'm going to give you is $10. Give him $10. Give him $10. I'm going to wait. Give him $10.
Well, I don't have it on me right now.
Where is it?
It's in my purse.
Okay, you got your purse out there?
Yes.
Okay, well, when we take this recess, the bailiff's going to go out there with you and you're going to give him $10 and you're going to take it. You understand?
I do, Your Honor.
Judgment for the plaintiff in an amount of $10. Good luck.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $10.
I respect the law, I respect the judge's decision, and I just will live with it.
I did not think it had to come to this, but I refuse to give up the honor of my restaurant.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.
Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law.
Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor? No, I don't need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
All rise. Both parties, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do. Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding.
Thank you, Will. You may be seated. This is the matter of Shelley Cooper versus Chance Riggins. Ms. Cooper, you're suing him for $800 for a vinyl records collection, right?
Yes, Judge. I'm here because my ex-boyfriend has possession of 10 records that I purchased while we were together. And I've already asked him nicely, and so I want my money back.
So tell me from the beginning, he is your boyfriend?
Ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
How long were you together as girlfriend and boyfriend?
We were together for 2 years.
Okay. And how did you get to these vinyl records?
So I met him at a wine tasting one day. I was with my girlfriends, we were hanging out, and I saw him across the room. I approached him, went across.
He's being thirsty.
What?
All right now, we're not gonna have this cross-talking, Mr. Riggins. I'm gonna give you a chance to say what you have to say.
All right.
But you've had a lot of time to talk to her. And you've had a lot of time to talk to him outside of court. So obviously you're talking to each other didn't work too well. So now you're talking to me and me only, okay?
Right.
So then why did you guys break up?
I'll be honest.
You haven't been honest before?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Now you're going to get honest?
You know what?
Is that what she said?
What better time than now, right?
You heard her,
Thank
right?
you, Judge. I was there.
I didn't
She said,
mean
now
that.
I'm get honest.
I didn't mean that.
Oh, okay, get honest. Let me see if you say anything differently.
One day, he was a little asleep, and I know that he has, fingerprint on his phone. So, as I should, I wanted to make sure that I was in good hands. So, I put his thumb on the finger, and I saw some interesting text messages.
You were that asleep that she could take your thumb and put it on your phone and open it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You know how to put him to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you find out?
So I saw that he was, chatting with a specific lady, his ex. And I've already asked him multiple times about her. He says it's over. But I think what happened is, we have our ups and downs, so maybe he went back over there.
So even though you were checking through that phone, you didn't see anything that was suspicious other than the fact that he was chatting with his ex?
Yeah, I didn't see no new pictures or nothing like that. So I feel like the coast was clear, but he was definitely crossing boundaries, and I checked him on it. And I asked him nicely, hey, stop communicating with her. And we'll see.
Did he stop?
No.
Okay. Mr. Riggins, what do you have to say about all of this?
Your Honor, all I have to say is that I have evidence here that says the collection was for me, that she added to it. She mentioned some things about texting my ex-girlfriend, but I'm just a very kind person, That's the same reason she fell in love with me. It's the same reason why, I try to share my energy with other people that might need it.
You don't need to be sharing your energy with nobody.
I'm going to make the same statement to you. You're talking to me, not him. You've had your time to talk to each other. Go on.
So my ex-girlfriend at the time, she was just going through some things and she needed somebody to be there for her. And we ended off very cordial, So I wanted to be that good friend just because sometimes that's what somebody needs, a arm to cry on, somebody to talk to. So it's very innocent. That did lead to the demise of the relationship, unfortunately. I really did care. I did want it to work. And I always try to be appreciative of the vinyl records that she added to the collection. And I always said thank you. And I assumed that they were gifts.
Because you knew he liked vinyl records?
Yes. Okay. I noticed that he liked vinyl records very early in our relationship.
Okay. Well, when did you start buying these records together?
So, listening to music around him was terrible. It was always some old rickety rack. Like, it just wasn't like setting the mood for me. So I decided, hey, you know, I noticed that he liked vinyls, and I was like, okay, let me try to be a good girlfriend. Let me do something nice for him for once. And for Valentine's Day, I got him a record. But I noticed that he wasn't appreciative, so I kind of laid back. And then the next time I bought him I bought us some, excuse me. I bought us some for Christmas.
Then you bought us some records for
Yes.
Christmas. How many did you
She
buy
bought me
us
records.
for Christmas? Okay, you slipping.
Sorry about that, Judge.
So at Christmas time, how many did you buy?
I bought 4.
And how many did you buy at Valentine's Day?
2.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
What kind of things was he saying on social media?
Well, just commenting other girls' pictures, liking scantily clad ladies, you know, the usual from that type of man.
I don't know.
And later,
I had her dog. I didn't want to watch him, but
So if you tell me you didn't want to watch him, but you said yes, that leads me to conclude that you let him get on down.
that is not the case, Your Honor.
You better hurry up and tell me something else.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Shelley Cooper, who is suing Chance Riggins for property loss.
What'd you buy Valentine's Day?
I bought him, I think it was like piano kind of music, like classical.
Classical?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened in the relationship?
About a year in, I noticed he was just really like flirty. And so I've been hearing rumors. I was, you know, checking my social media, and I noticed that he was kind of a little bit too friendly on social media. And so I asked him about it, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, I just wanted to know if he was still into me, if he really wanted to be with me, because I'm buying us things, planning for our future.
Were you living together?
No, we live separately.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of things was he saying on social media?
Well, just commenting other girls' pictures, liking, you know, scantily clad ladies, you know, the usual from that type of man.
I don't
And
know.
so I asked him nicely, I said, are you sure you're still interested in me? And then I found out that he was trying to talk to one of my girls, my ex, well, she's not my friend anymore, but he was trying to talk to her behind my back.
Well, was she talking to him?
Probably so.
So it seems like she was talking to him behind your back as well, right?
I mean, but he was involved. I can't blame her. She's a beautiful girl. You know, I don't hang out with ugly girls.
You can't blame him either. You said he was a handsome man. He was a nice catch for you. He's a nice catch for her.
But he with me. What else do he need?
But you blame him, but not her.
No,
because
he
she's
can't
your
mess with
friend and she's talking to your friend.
All he needs is right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. So now you guys are broken up.
Yeah, we're broken up.
And so now that you've broken up, you want the vinyl records back.
I want my money back. I purchased these for us. I'm not gonna let him use those vinyl records with nobody else, and I want my money back. You know,
Well,
I
the
want
first
them.
2 you purchased for him as a Valentine's gift.
I guess.
That's what you said.
I did.
Well, you weren't being honest at that point, so I don't know if that part was the truth or not.
Thank you, Judge.
But that was a gift. That's what you said. And why did you assume they were gifts?
So she would tell me, I have a surprise for you. She would also say, I'm at the record store. Oh, are you interested in anything? And so I just assumed that they were gifts, right? I didn't think that she wanted to keep them. She never asked for them until after the relationship.
Okay, let me see. You said she had something else you had in writing you wanted to show me.
The evidence that I had?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you want to show me?
So that's the evidence there claiming that the collection was for me. She mentioned that she was at the record store looking to add to it. So then I assumed that the whole collection was for me, not just 2.
Okay, at the record store looking to add to your collection.
And she tried to later on.
And then your response was, Shelley, you're so good to me. And then she says, I know.
Your Honor, that Y was a typo.
And
that was
she
not
tried to
supposed
claim
be.
that the
It was
Y
a
was a
typo when you said.
Y was supposed to disappear, and it's supposed to be O-U-R, not your hour.
Oh.
You know how those phones are these days? They automatically write things.
That
you
is
know,
not
that's what I'm going, you know. Yeah.
The evidence is there, Judge.
Who was into the vinyl records collection?
Me. I started the collection. So my father had passed away. He passed them on to me, unfortunately. My uncle passed away. He passed me some. And then from that point on, I thought I'd continue, this
Is that
tradition.
these old 78 LPs?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you talking Meyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him what he got me for Christmas,
What'd you
Your
get her
Honor.
for Christmas?
A nice designer bag.
No, you
know,
didn't.
I
You
would
can't
take-
even afford designer.
I would take her out to lunch as well.
He would take me to the fast food restaurant down the street, Your
She's
Honor.
just mad. She's just mad.
He got me a bouquet of roses, a card, and he bought I think he got me some shoes from Payless or
I
something
treated
like
you
that.
real good, and you know it.
But all I'm saying is, I never asked for the stuff that I purchased him back.
These were the issues we were having.
But
She
that's
just
the
wasn't
point.
being
So why are you
honest.
asking for these vinyl records back?
Oh, you're right about that.
See, you just put your foot in your own mouth. I never asked for the stuff I paid for him back. So why are you asking for stuff back?
Because it was for him. It's for us. I said for him.
She got caught.
I said it was for him.
Thank you, Judge.
You got caught again. Now, which one of those records really means something to you?
All of them.
Stop lying.
I want them all back.
Just because you know that's something that he's passionate about, and that's what he does.
I just want.
Okay, but didn't you all buy a lot of stuff during the relationship? I can imagine that during the relationship you exchanged gifts a lot
2 years,
among
Judge.
yourselves.
2 years.
For 2 years?
Yeah. And I never once asked for anything back. Let me make that clear.
I gave it back. I left the things that he got me that I didn't want anything to do with. I left it on his front porch. I didn't want it anymore. But
that was your choice.
I want to listen to vinyl records too.
So you were packing up your stuff and leaving some that you didn't want, and you left the vinyl records. Why didn't you get some of those when you were packing up?
Well, I don't know why.
I do. Because you didn't consider them yours, and you didn't want them. Because you packed up the stuff that was yours and left the stuff that you didn't want. And the vinyl records were among the things that you left, which equals I don't want. Judgment for the defendant.
Thank you, Judge.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I personally feel like the judge made a great decision. I can't wait to listen to these records.
I feel like the judge was wrong. I feel like I should have got some of my money back, if not all of it.
Coming up,
I accidentally kicked my dog Sylvester because I couldn't see because I had the virtual reality headset on, and I didn't mean to. It was horrible. I'm so sad.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
In the matter of Sharon Kramer versus Maurice Penn, you are suing him for $1,500, a cost incurred for injuries to your dog.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the defendant is saying that you caused the injury to your dog, and therefore he shouldn't have to pay. So let me hear from you, Ms. Kramer, and then I'll hear from Mr. Penn.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Maurice, the defendant, and I are both English teachers at a private school in Georgetown. And we were on a retreat before school started for all the teachers. They got us a nice cabin out in Virginia. We went to the woods to do activities and kind of bond with each other. And I brought my dog along, which was totally approved by the school and the whole retreat runners. And we were playing a game on the second night with a virtual reality headset. And the defendant, Maurice, was supposed to be holding my dog, taking care of him, and instead he lost control or something, but I accidentally kicked my dog Sylvester because I couldn't see because I had the virtual reality headset on, and I didn't mean to. It was horrible. I'm so sad.
All right, let me hear your side, Mr. Penn.
So we were all sitting around, like the plaintiff mentioned, watching people go up turn after turn and play this dancing game on this virtual reality headset. Now, not expecting her to dance like she's having a seizure, she was kicking and punching and all these little things, and I had her dog, Sylvester, on my lap. I didn't want to watch him, but...
So if you tell me you didn't want to watch him, but you said yes, that leads me to conclude that you let him get on down.
That is not the case, Your Honor.
You better hurry up and tell me something else.
So I had him on my lap. As soon as she started kicking and punching and doing her weird dance moves, her dog got excited, thinking that she was in danger, I'm assuming.
Now you know what the dog was thinking, huh?
No.
Coming up,
You can't hold on to things all the time. You're a teacher. What are you teaching your students?
I just know he doesn't like animals.
Then why the hell did you let him hold your dog?
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Sharon Kramer, who is suing Maurice Penn for veterinary expenses.
Where did you kick the dog?
well, I guess his hip, like I couldn't see, but he yelped. He was like, ah! And then it was a horrible noise and laying on the ground. And he has a fractured femur.
And it cost $1,500?
Mm-hmm. I had to go to the emergency vet, 24-hour vet.
And why do you blame him?
He was supposed to be taking care of my dog.
Taking care of?
Mm-hmm.
You were just dancing.
Right. Well, because I knew I wouldn't be able to see, my dog's like my son. I never let him out of my sight, obviously. But at this moment, to put the virtual reality headset on, I had to not see him. So
you asked him to hold the dog?
Well, he was already sitting in his lap. So I said, okay, Maurice, you're good, right? You're watching Sylvester, you good? And he said, yeah. So I put the set on, left hand out, right leg kick, and that's when I hit Sylvester.
And you blame him?
Well, I feel like he should have been holding my dog.
I tried to grab him. When I tried to grab him, he snarled at me. I don't know why he was being aggressive with me, but I tried to grab him, but I don't want to get bit.
So he just jumped out of your lap?
Yes.
So it's not like you had him in a bear hug?
No, I did not want to squeeze the dog, no.
He was just sitting on your lap?
Correct.
The dog probably was wondering what's happening to my mama.
Maybe, but now I'm starting to question everything because we have had some beef in the past. And I'm starting to think that maybe someone put the dog right into I made a perimeter and suddenly Sylvester's right in the way of my
Well,
hip.
it seems to me, now that you're thinking, that if you had a beef in the past, that perhaps you should have thought before you told him to hold the dog.
Yes,
but so it sounds like to me that you made a judgment call too, and it was a bad judgment call.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
There was a risk that you assumed. Do you go to work without the dog?
Yes, he has to stay at home.
Okay, so why you couldn't stay home for the retreat?
Because dogs can't stay all night by
Okay,
themselves.
so why you couldn't put him in a kennel?
Because I don't make that much money.
And why you couldn't ask somebody to keep him?
I don't have anybody.
Who keeps him when you're at home?
Me.
And go to work?
Nobody. He has water and food for 6 to 8 hours.
And you don't have any neighbors, any friends, no one else you could have asked to keep that dog for the weekend?
No, this is the first time I've gone out with any of this group.
Oh, well, you better try to figure it out if you're going to own a dog. It's just like having a baby. You better figure out how you're going to do when you got things to do. You say it's just like your baby.
If someone let my baby...
we have babies and we have children and we leave them with other people, sometimes they jump out of people's laps. Sometimes they get down and start running and walking. And sometimes they get away from you. It's life. You can't hold on to things forever all the time. Cut it out. You're a teacher. What are you teaching your students?
I just know he doesn't like animals.
Then why the hell did you let him hold your dog?
He was already in his lap.
Then why didn't you take your dog out of his lap? If you knew here's a man that don't like dogs, my dog is in his lap, why wouldn't you take the dog out of his lap?
I thought maybe he turned over a new leaf.
Oh, please, judgment for the defendant.
All rise. Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I hope you can get a babysitter next time for your son or dog or whatever you think it is.
I hope you one day can love animals the way I do.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Robert Dalton is suing Emily Andrews in the amount of $3,000. Mr. Dalton claims he went by his ex's place on Halloween dressed as a clown and says Ms. Andrews punched him in the face and refused to pay his medical bill.
All right, Mr. Dalton, you are suing Ms. Andrews for $3,000 for personal injury.
That's correct.
Based on a battery.
Yes, ma'am.
And what's your relationship to the defendant?
I am her ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend. How long were we boyfriend and girlfriend?
For 4 years, Your Honor.
For
and
4
we
years?
lived together for 3.
You lived together for 3 years. And whose house was it? Your house, his house?
It was my apartment.
Oh, okay. So what went wrong?
I was looking for a serious life partner, and I didn't feel that he was ready to settle down.
Seriously, like to get married, have children?
Exactly.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30, and how old are you?
30 as well.
Okay, so you lived together 4 years, and what was going on during those 4 years that she didn't think you were serious?
I like to play pranks and make people laugh. I guess she didn't think I was a very serious person.
So were you playing pranks on her all the time?
Not all the time, but
like,
sometimes.
what were you doing?
Like shaving cream on her hand while she slept and tickling her nose so she touched it.
Right,
Just
little things like that?
Yeah, silly stuff, just to
But
make
must
her
have been
laugh.
doing it all the time, though. Was he doing it all the time?
It was pretty frequent, but there were wonderful things about him. He was a sweet man, loving man. There were things that I did care about.
But you didn't think he was serious enough, though.
Yeah.
So he must have been doing something that made you think he wasn't serious.
He was very inconsistent in his work life.
What do you mean? He wasn't keeping a job?
No.
What do you do for a living?
Well, ma'am, I came to Los Angeles to be a writer, but you
Well,
know,
a lot
it's
of
very
people
hard.
did. But what are you doing for a living?
Well, I was a waiter for a while, but I got fired from that job, and I was kind of bouncing around unemployed for a while. She was taking care of the
carrying
financial
bills.
responsibilities. Yes.
Okay, so you haven't been able to keep a job? Was that the thing? He wasn't keeping a job?
Yeah, it was that. He liked to go out partying at night, and I'm more settled down and wanting to be like a serious adult.
Right.
And I didn't feel that
He wasn't growing up fast
He wasn't
enough.
growing up fast enough for me.
Right. Well, you know, it takes men a while sometimes.
I know, but I can't keep waiting.
Yeah, keep waiting, right. You got a time clock ticking, right?
Exactly.
So did she ask you to go?
Yeah, I was pretty caught off guard by the breakup. I thought things were going well.
She had never told you that this isn't working for me?
I think it had been slowly building up for her, and it just kind of came out in one big argument at the end.
Right.
And I was constantly encouraging him to make changes, to write more.
Right. He wasn't writing anything?
He wasn't writing. He
What
got
does
really
he write? When he's writing, what is he writing about?
He's writing horror films.
Well, people like that. It's all over Netflix.
Exactly.
You can't watch a decent movie if
Who
you're
doesn't
in
love
October.
Halloween?
Exactly. There are a lot of horror movies out there, and I was constantly encouraging
Trying to
him.
get
but
him
he would
to
kind
do
of
that.
veer off in these directions. He got really into gardening. And so then I was like, maybe he should be a landscaper. I was really trying. I got him all these tools.
What a cheerleader for him.
I was really trying, and nothing
rah,
really
rah,
seemed to
rah.
click. Exactly.
She was, but she didn't understand the fact that when she was out of the house at her job, I was doing those things.
Doing what things?
Writing and getting my name out
Well,
to
didn't
people.
you show her? Did he show you the stuff he was writing?
Right. I would come home. I work as a lab tech.
Okay.
And I would come home from a long day, and I would say, "Can I see what you've written?
Right.
I'm curious." Even though I actually really struggle with that genre. I have some fears.
You mean horror films?
Horror
and
films.
horror.
Exactly.
books.
I actually have a debilitating phobia of clowns.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are afraid of clowns.
A lot of people are.
It's like the peanut allergy. When I was a kid, nobody had a peanut allergy, and everybody loved clowns. Now you can't eat peanut butter sandwiches, and you can't have a clown around
they're
anymore.
scary, and I can't watch horror films. I can't
never
go to
could watch them
McDonald's.
either.
I can't do a lot of things that normal people can do. I can't even celebrate Halloween
Don't say
at all.
normal. I think it's strange people that look at all these horror movies.
Okay,
Because there's a
thank
lot
you.
of funny things that go on in horror movies. I don't get it. But it's a big genre, and there's a lot of people that like that. Well, you knew he was into that, right?
I did.
Well, how could you, having the phobias and fears you have, end up with a man that loves horror?
Well,
and
a relationship isn't just about interests. You have to have the same
I put that
morals
part
and
of
values
myself to the side.
Right.
The reason I didn't share my horror scripts with her is because I knew that it freaked her out.
Right.
I didn't want to be that kind of person.
But
to her.
she was thinking you weren't writing at all.
Yeah, I guess so.
So in the relationship, you asked him to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and where'd you go?
After getting my apartment, I got a job at a local nonprofit, and
what are you doing there?
It's working in healthcare. I'm a communication serviceman,
Okay.
so I try and help young people without healthcare.
Look how he got himself together once you put him out.
Exactly.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
What stuff did you get that time when you came back?
I was picking up mostly my writing materials, some
Well, you
plates
left
and
your
dishes.
writing materials there. You must have expected to come back there. How you leave your writing materials? That's like leaving your jewelry.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Robert Dalton, who is suing Emily Andrews for personal injury.
He just said almost immediately he got this good job. You didn't try to work it out, say, well, maybe we could try to work this out now that you seem to have gotten a little maturity under your belt?
Exactly.
Did you say that to him? Let's try?
I was going to. So I invited him over to collect the rest of his belongings.
Right.
But I thought in that moment we could have a nice heart-to-heart, and I could tell him that I'm like proud of him,
Right.
and that
You thought you might rekindle
I
something?
thought we might rekindle something.
Okay.
But
So you use the excuse, come over and get your stuff? So you're supposed to put all that stuff out, just so that nobody got no reason to come back. Just throw it all out, but you kept a few little things.
No, he was really upset when I broke up with him.
Okay.
And he was just not in the right frame of mind to be moving and
Oh, I
handling
see.
logistics.
That's how some things got left
He struggles
behind.
with logistics sometimes.
It was hard for me to take everything and leave
Right.
after.
Well, did you love her?
Absolutely.
And did you love him too?
Yes.
Well, it seemed like you might still love each other. Am I feeling that? Or was that the air conditioning?
I don't know. I don't know how I can love a man who brought me to court for something
Well,
like
yeah,
this.
we're going to get to that. Okay, so you go over to get your stuff. What happens when you go get your stuff?
Well, it had been some time since our breakup, a couple months,
Right.
and I really took a look at myself after what she said about me being serious, and I got that job. I started taking some classes at a community college, but
I'd asked you to be serious for like months and months and months leading up to that, years, and like you didn't do that.
I'm just wondering too how all of a sudden you got serious.
I don't know.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, maybe the shock of it.
Right.
I maybe got a little bit complacent in our relationship.
Right. And you know what though too? You might have been enabling him. You know, this paying the bills and all of that. Sometimes you enable a person because, you know, you've created a soft landing. And sometimes people don't need a soft landing. They need a nice, hard landing. And maybe that hard landing is what made him wake up.
Yeah.
So she said, come over here and get your stuff.
Right. So
and you went over there and what happened?
Well, that was the first time I had heard from her in some time. And, you know, up until that point, I had felt like I was, you know, starting to move on.
Mhm.
But once I got that text, it was sort of a reopened wound.
Right.
And I thought I could handle it going over there, but
What happened when you got over there?
as soon as she opened the door, all the seriousness, all the work I've been telling her to just kind of faded away, and I shut down a little bit.
And you became what?
A shell of myself. I'm usually a pretty bubbly person, but I could barely look at her. I was just, all I could see was her face when she told me it was over.
Right.
He was extremely rude. He was extremely abrupt.
Like what?
I
What
don't
did
think
he
I was
say?
rude.
What did he say or do? What did he say or do, miss?
He just said very little. He just walked in the door, didn't even say hello. I said, how are you? I tried to tell him that I was proud of him. He didn't listen. He just walked and got his stuff and left. And he didn't even get all of his stuff.
Right.
And I didn't even have time to really tell him, hey, there's stuff in the backyard that you need to get.
Right. What stuff did you get that time when you came back?
I was picking up mostly my writing materials, some
Well, you
plates
left
and
your
dishes.
writing materials there. You must have expected to come back there. How you leave your writing materials? That's like leaving your jewelry.
I had kind of hoped that I would come back.
Well, there you were, with it right there in front of you, with the door wide open, and then you just like.
I thought it would happen sooner. At
Well,
that
it was
point,
only 2 months in a 4-year relationship. 2 months isn't that much time to pass.
I thought at that point that she had moved on, and
You thought she had somebody else.
I did.
But was she acting like she had somebody else?
Well,
All that smiling and I'm proud of you and everything. Does that sound like I got somebody else? Oh, look how good
don't-
you look. Oh, look at your hair and all of that. Did he tell you how good you looked?
No.
He didn't say that?
No, but I said I liked his new haircut and his mustache and, you know.
There she was flirting and you didn't even know.
I didn't know. I didn't think any of that when I came in.
What were you thinking?
I thought she was patronizing me, to be honest.
Right. So you had been deflated by the whole thing. It looks like you had deflated him.
Yes, ma'am. I had seen her on Instagram, going out with her friends and around some men that I hadn't seen before.
Oh, was there a new man involved?
No.
Nobody?
No.
Nobody
I've
but
really
him.
been all on my own, like running my errands and working, and
Are you
that's
still
it.
not with anybody else?
No, Your Honor.
She's still not with anybody.
I didn't know that, Your Honor.
Are you with anybody?
No, ma'am.
Well, he's still not with anybody. So that first time you came back, it didn't work out, you left.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I understand you invited him back again.
This time I really wanted him to get his stuff.
Oh. Come get your stuff for real. How much more time has passed?
This was a few weeks later.
A few weeks later. Why were you now determined, get your stuff and get out?
I really needed to move on. I was thinking about him a lot. And I was still taking care of the plants he had grown for us, and I was just...
So he did do something. Look at that. They were plants and they grew.
Yeah.
Wow.
They did.
Okay, so you said, come get your junk. Get the rest of it.
Yes.
Coming up.
Earlier that day, around noon, she had texted me to come get my stuff or that she was going to throw it out.
Okay.
And it had to be that day.
Okay.
On Halloween.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Robert Dalton, who is suing Emily Andrews for personal injury.
So you go back to get your stuff, what happens?
Halloween rolled around. And
It's on Halloween now.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm doing an event with my nonprofit for the kids in the area, and I decided to dress up as a clown for this party.
Your Honor, I have a photo of him dressed as a clown. This is not a party for kids.
Let me see. This was the outfit he wore that day of
It was
Halloween?
It was a scary haunted house sort of event.
These are young people in their 20s. This is
Right.
not a pediatric event.
This looks like a clown. So there was a Halloween party, you agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so he had been to a Halloween party, and what happened?
So earlier that day, around noon, she had texted me to come get my stuff or that she was going to throw it out.
Okay.
And it had to be that day.
Okay.
On Halloween.
Right.
And, I was busy all day. I was working and setting up for this party, and I had forgot about it. And while I was at the party, a friend of mine who was going through a divorce mentioned something about having to pick up some things. And I remembered that I needed to go and pick up my stuff before the end of the day, or she would throw it out.
So you went over to her house in the clown outfit?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, he left me on red for 7 hours.
He left you what?
He left me on red, like he had read my message, but he hadn't responded to
What
me.
is the expression you use? He left me what?
On red.
That means that somebody has sent you a text and you haven't responded.
Yes,
We've read it but not responded.
Oh, I see. Okay. Aren't you supposed to take that off your phone so people don't know when you've read their messages?
When we were dating, I had asked him to,
Well, you
reinstall that.
But I'm saying, you take it off your phone. So he doesn't know, and he takes it off his phone, so you don't know. But anyway, I digress.
Coming up.
I was going to go out through the front entrance to get to my car.
Right.
And when I went to reach for the door, it swung open, and there she was.
Are you in her house?
I was inside the house, yes, ma'am.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Robert Dalton, who is suing Emily Andrews for personal injury.
So we go over there. What happens?
I was in a rush, and I had to leave in the middle of the party.
Right.
Because I didn't want my stuff to get thrown out onto the street. And so I decided to head straight to her place, and I didn't go back to mine to change because I wanted to get this done quick.
Okay.
And then went into the garage to grab my tools, and I was going to go out through the front entrance to get to my car.
Right.
And when I went to reach for the door, it swung open, and there she was.
Are you in her house?
I was inside the house, yes, ma'am.
And what happened?
I had my Costco groceries in my arms. I opened the door, and there's
a clown.
A clown with a shovel and a pickaxe.
Oh my!
And it's dark out, and I was really, 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 really afraid. And I didn't realize it was him because he had makeup on. He had.
And what did you do?
I hit him.
You hit him where?
In the mouth.
She punched me in the face.
Okay, she punched you in the face. $3,000 worth of a punch?
Yes, ma'am.
You have pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see it.
She punched my tooth right out of my head.
Right.
I was spinning and disoriented and
Right.
bleeding
But
everywhere.
It was completely out of fear. It had nothing to do with him or my feelings towards him or anything. It was. I thought there was a thief in my house.
Well, let me ask this
come
question to you,
attack me.
Mr. Dalton. She wasn't expecting you to be inside her house.
Well, she had
sure
demanded
wasn't
me to come
expecting
over.
you to be inside her house dressed as a clown. I just think that what happened, a normal person under the same circumstances probably would have reacted that way, or maybe worse. And I don't think that it was unreasonable for her to believe that her life was in danger.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
It's unfortunate that this relationship has deteriorated, but you know what? Sometimes people are not meant to be together. What do they used to say? A reason, a season, or a lifetime. Sounds like it was a bit of a reason and a little bit of a season, because he seems to be thriving outside of the relationship. And that's probably because you were disabling him and enabling him by giving him too much. Have you learned anything?
I think I've learned that I can't keep supporting someone if I'm hoping to get support from them.
Right. And saving them, you know? And I can tell you're in a lot of pain. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right.
But there's somebody better for you out there.
I hope
Somebody who's not
so.
clowning around. You know, it'll happen. You have faith that it'll happen. I am predicting in the next few months, if you just open up, forget about the past, open up, be yourself, somebody good is going to enter the door, because the door's open, and keep the door locked at home.
I will now. I definitely will now.
I'm ready to roll. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
I'm relieved that I won.
I think it's unfortunate how things shook out, but I'm glad that this is all behind us now and I can move forward with my life.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house. Right. You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hands.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Mark Reynolds is suing Jacob Lawson in the amount of $2,500. Mr. Reynolds claims he loaned money to his friend when he fell on hard times and says Mr. Lawson kept promising to repay him but hasn't given him a dime.
Mr. Reynolds, you're suing Mr. Lawson for $2,500. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
How did we meet each other?
We basically went through a lot of hard times together, went through the pandemic together. We kind of hung
How
out
did
together.
you meet, though?
We met because our children are the same, our daughters are the same age.
And they were
went to the same school, our daughters
Okay.
were friends, and we pretty much,
And you had wives that were friends?
our families got along, yes.
They did. What?
Our families got along
Your
together.
families got along.
Yes, they
okay,
did, Your
and
Honor.
that's been ongoing for 10 years?
Yes.
No, I got a divorce about a year ago, and
Okay.
you know, to his credit, he was there for me during that time.
To help you through it emotionally. How long had you been married?
For about 5 years.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you got divorced last year. Did things start to change?
No, not at that time. Like I said, he was like a brother. You know, he really did help me through a really rough time.
Right.
But then he had come to me in January and said that him and his wife were also having problems.
How long have you been married?
I was married for 8 years, so longer than him.
Right.
And
So
yeah,
you and your wife went through a divorce?
Yes, things definitely changed for me. I didn't realize that as we were helping Mark go through all of his pain and making him almost a part of our family,
Right.
that I would be going through the same thing sometime after that. And
Wow.
it happened, so yeah.
Right. That's sad.
Yeah, tough times.
So why are we here today?
Well, at first when he came to me, he had told me that he might not have to get the divorce if I was to loan him $2,500.
What was $2,500 going to do to stop a divorce?
Well, I never actually said that would save me from divorce.
What did you tell
I was
him?
going through a horrible time financially.
Okay.
And a lot of it had to do with my wife, which is
Right.
part
Well,
of
a
the reason
lot
for our
of
divorce.
marriages end because of financial issues.
Voila, and that's what happened to
Okay.
us.
Right.
And,
So you needed to borrow some money to pay some debts.
it was basic things. It was just keeping the electricity on
Right.
and taking care of my daughter. And I reached out to a lot of family, friends, everyone.
And nobody
including-
would help you but Mark Reynolds.
That's not true necessarily. I got help from people. People
Okay.
were very kind.
Right.
But he's the only person who actually served me with a lawsuit or whatever you call this stuff.
Oh, okay. So what was the understanding about how he was going to repay you?
Well, originally he told me as soon as he got his tax check
When
back,
I get my tax check back.
he said he'll pay me
Oh,
in
so
full.
January you give him the money. You
Yeah.
think in February or March then?
Exactly. So not that much time, I thought. But months went by
Right.
and he didn't pay me. And every time I brought it up, he's like, oh, I got to talk to my ex-wife or my wife at the time, depending on what
Right,
it was.
right.
And then, it was just excuses of like, oh, more bills came up, more this.
Right.
And I'm like, well, if you don't pay me the full amount, you pay me a little bit at a time. He's like, oh, well, let me talk about it. And it was always dodge after dodge.
Right.
And I felt like he was never going to pay me back.
Did you
I
tell
don't
him
see
you were
it that
going to
way.
pay him when you got your check, your refund check?
I told him that was the plan, that I was going to do my best to do that. But
Okay.
I didn't foresee that things would just continue to kind
Right.
of unravel in my family. That was,
Well-
pre-divorce. So
Right. So he went through a divorce during this time after you gave him the money?
Yes,
Well,
that's
that costs money too.
Yeah, and that's, for a while you can forgive some and
Right.
understand, but it's like hearing the same excuse over and over
Okay,
again.
but this it hasn't even been 10 months. You gave
No.
him
Oh, but-
gave him money in January. When did the divorce start?
a couple months or a month prior to that,
So when did your divorce end? Or are you still in a divorce?
it just finalized.
Okay, so I'm saying this was a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
There was.
I would think that you would have offered him a little bit of grace with everything that was going on.
Of course.
Did you have
And
a
Your Honor,
lawyer?
if I
Did you have
must-
a lawyer in your divorce?
I did not have a lawyer,
You didn't
ma'am.
even,
No,
couldn't
I tried,
even afford
tried
one.
to do it myself. But I didn't want to mention this either, but during that time, my wife also became ill with something that was pretty heavy duty at the moment. So this was just another compounding issue. And,
Right.
I was
It just
I was
everything.
juggling stuff. Yeah.
Right.
And the thing that surprised me the most was, I was basing things on what I thought was a really strong friendship. I'm the kind of person where I'm going to bring up the fact that, hey man, I don't think I've forgotten about the money. This is something that I would bring up in the conversation.
Always.
And to me, every
I
time-
didn't forget the money. I got your money.
Every time we spoke. And to me, it was all the
Is that
response.
true? Every time he talked to you, he mentioned the money.
He would, but if you hear the same thing over and over again, it
Yeah,
starts
but
to
I
carry
tell you,
less
you can
meaning.
loan people some money and they never mention that money to you again. As a matter of fact, they get mad with you when you ask
right.
them, when are you going to give me my money? All of a sudden, you're the enemy.
I feel that.
It was always on my mind.
Okay, so what was the last straw for you with this money?
So the last straw was I got a text from him, which I have evidence of. If you
Okay,
need to
what
see.
did he say?
Basically, he asked if I would come to the mountains with him and his daughter, and he got a cabin.
He got a cabin in the mountain.
Yeah, and I was
Wait,
like,
wait. What are we doing with a cabin in the mountain?
This was a gift from my family for me to get away for a minute with my daughter and
Right.
take a much needed break. And
Right.
I had the ability to bring someone along with me, and so I invited him and his daughter.
Well, did he tell you that my family has given me this?
no, he never told me that until today.
This is the first time you're hearing
First
that?
time.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
How long were y'all in the mountains?
Just a weekend.
Did it help at all?
From my view.
It was
Yeah,
nice.
no, it was nice. I mean, anytime your kids are having fun,
Well, were you having fun?
it's hard to have fun. That's part of the reason why we're here.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Mark Reynolds, who is suing Jacob Lawson for breach of contract.
Why didn't you tell him that this was a gift from your family?
To my knowledge, I might have. I don't really remember that being
It just
an
seemed to
issue.
me if I owe somebody money and every time I see him, I tell him I haven't forgotten your money, I don't just call and say, hey, I got a cabin in the mountains.
I don't think I went into detail about it, but I
Right.
probably should have.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, maybe we wouldn't have been here, actually.
But I did bring the money up on the trip, too. So.
You haven't forgotten about your money. So you did go on a trip.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hold like my daughter from a fun trip with her friend
Right.
because I have a disagreement with him.
Right, well, how long were y'all in the mountains?
Just a weekend.
Okay, was it nice?
It was great.
Right, did it help at all?
From my view.
He said so too. It was
yeah,
nice.
no, it was nice. It was nice. I mean, anytime your kids are having fun, you're.
Well, were
enjoying
you having fun?
It's hard to have fun. That's part of the reason why we're here is him. It's hard to enjoy any time with him because every time he does bring up the money, and I'm like, great, let's talk about the money.
Right.
Let's come up with a payment plan.
Right.
Let's come up with any way to get past this because it's like this thing hanging over our
Right.
heads.
Right. I don't
remember that. It just seems like he always just wants excuses and never.
What
any
are
plan.
his excuses as to why he can't pay the money?
That more bills came up, or he just can't do it right now,
Right.
or he already spent the money on something else,
Right.
or he's got a new pair of shoes.
Right. How do you know he has on a new pair of shoes?
I've known the guy for 10 years.
So you were not that happy on this trip. You still thinking he's not coming up with my money.
Yeah, and he did try to bring it up on the trip, and I kind of skirted the issue just because.
You're sick of hearing it.
Well, not just that, but I didn't want to bring it up in front of the kids. If it turned into an argument, I didn't want to do any of that.
Is it hurting you financially not having this money?
Not financially, but like to constantly have the same conversation and feel like your best friend is lying to you over and over again. That
Best
hurts.
friend.
Yeah.
This is your best friend. You just said it out loud.
I mean, for 10 years, yeah.
Well, maybe the thing is to push down the date of when he could pay you back. He went through losing money in the business, the wife, the filing for divorce, having to go. Divorce costs money.
Yeah.
The issue with the wife's illness, we didn't talk about what that was. It seemed like there's a whole lot of stuff going on. If it was my friend, I would say, you know what? I'm going to take one thing off your plate if I can. And that's this $2,500. Because I can. The question is, could you?
I mean, in this economy, not right now.
So you need the money.
Yes.
You need the money.
I need the money.
See, now that's a different thing. He needs the money.
I mean, I feel like his business is still doing okay.
Right.
So like if it's $500 a month.
Can you afford that? That seems like a lot.
At this point, it's just.
What could you afford? You got to survive. You got to find the money.
It's tough right now and it's tight. I mean, I wanted to also bring up, and I don't know if this is.
You what?
This isn't something that I feel great about, but you know, when Mark was going through his struggles, you know, my family at the time, which was still intact.
Your wife and you.
My wife and I and my daughter.
Right.
We invited him over. He became a part of our community, part of our home.
Right.
And we spent a lot of dough. Things were a little better in my business at the time.
Right.
We spent a lot of dough, you know, taking care of him, taking him out, you know, taking him for rounds of golf, things like that. You know, that's not cheap. And you know, I do have, because it's turned into a court thing. I brought. You know.
Oh, see, this is just getting ugly. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go to what we did when times were good. No, we're not going there. What I used to do.
Great.
Well, that was so old, a year or two ago.
So you don't want to see any pictures?
No,
of
I
us?
don't want to see it. We're trying to get the resolution here. We're not trying to move backwards. We're trying to move forward. He called you his best friend. If you didn't hear anything else, you should have heard that.
Yeah, I did.
That he considers you his best friend. And men don't tend to have best friends.
Well, that's why it's a little shocking to me, to be honest with you. I feel like it's two different people.
Yeah, but he also needs the money.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
I mean, you needed somebody to see their way to you when you needed the money. He's basically saying, I need my money because I need money. Yeah. And so you have got to figure out, well, let's talk about it.
I'm not sure if I...
Let's talk about it. Yeah. How much are you bringing in on this business? When you sat down there and talked about all this stuff, all the money we spent on him, you should know how much you bringing on your business. How much you bringing on your business?
It's probably about 45 right now.
45,000?
Yes.
A month?
Ma'am. A year.
You bringing in $45,000 a year on your business?
Right now.
In California, Los Angeles, or no?
No, ma'am.
You're in Arizona, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Scottsdale, but still
Yes, ma'am.
$45,000 a year.
It's nothing. It's nothing. So, you know.
That's poverty level.
I mean, it's entrepreneurship, you know.
Yeah, that means, guess what, Jacob? You need a job. No, Jacob. Jacob, you need a job.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do? What's your skill set?
I own a marketing firm.
Okay, so what's your skill set? You're a marketer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you need to find a job as a marketer.
Well, and that's what I'm trying to do outside of the business. You know, that's one of the advantages, I guess, to being a business owner is that you can do things.
Right, and you haven't found a job, something part-time, something online?
I'm doing little things, little things.
But he's living in under the poverty line.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Coming up,
The way that we communicated was like two friends, and this caught me out of left field.
I would have had a different reaction completely if he was my best friend.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Mark Reynolds, who is suing Jacob Lawson for breach of contract.
Did he ever tell you how much money he made?
No, why would I ask him that? That's
Right,
like
did
such a
you
weird
tell
question.
him that?
My exact salary, no, but I talked about the struggles of what
Yeah,
we
but
were
I
going
don't
through.
understand how you were talking about all that money y'all was spending on him last year, and all you got is $45,000 a year. Do you own your home?
No, ma'am. We're renting.
You're renting. How much you paying in rent?
$1,800.
And you have just you, and or who has
Well, now-
custody of your child?
We're sharing right now, and
Right, but her primary custodian is her mother. And what about your vehicle? What do you got?
it's a 2010 Nissan Rogue.
Yeah, you don't owe any money on that.
No, ma'am.
I don't see where this money's coming from.
He had money before.
Well, he ain't got it now.
I hear that.
mean, he got $45,000 a year. I can find in your favor, but then how are you gonna collect?
That's fair. That's fair.
To me, Your Honor, if I may just say real quick, it's a lot about communication for me. Like,
Right.
The fact that
No, it's not me keep telling you over and over again, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna pay you,
No,
I'm gonna
no,
pay you,
that's
I'm gonna
not-
pay you,
that-
I'm gonna
that's-
pay you, I'm gonna pay you.
that's not what I meant.
I promise you I'm gonna pay you.
That's not what I meant. What I meant was the way that we communicated was like two friends, and this kind of just caught me out of left field.
Right.
It seems like a different human to me, so
But-
that's just difficult.
If he had come to me, communication, like he said, and said, hey, I'm having a rough year financially, and I can't afford to pay you, but it was, I can pay you, I will pay you. So if he wants to talk about communication, it would have been a different communication. Like, I would have had a different reaction completely, of course, because like I said, he was my best friend.
Right.
But if you're gonna come to me and say, I'll pay you, I'll pay you, I'll pay you, I'll pay you.
Coming up,
Heartbroken about the relationship.
Well, we might be able to work the relationship out now because you can stop saying, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna pay you.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Mark Reynolds, who is suing Jacob Lawson for breach of contract.
Maybe he was just hoping that things were gonna get better.
Yeah, but
You know, you keep thinking that maybe tomorrow it'll get better. You know, that's what they call faith.
Yeah.
And you never know when, you know, your luck is going to turn around. I don't think he was trying to deceive you. But where do we go from here? Because I agree. The evidence shows he owes you money. There's not a question. I can rule in your favor, the $2,500. But how do you collect this? You'll still be in the same situation. You just have a piece of paper that says he owes you $2,500. He doesn't have anything for you to get a judgment against, to take this judgment and say, yeah, I don't think he would want to do that. Get a lien on his house or property or whatever. He doesn't have it. All you have is a piece of paper, which not bringing you any closer to getting paid.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like this. I mean, you squeeze it up. You don't have any jewelry? Nothing? No, nothing. Not even for Rolex, not in a Timex. But I think, I don't know how you can figure it out. I can't tell you how you can work this out. But I can order him to pay X amount of dollars. And that could start with $10 a week. How about that?
I feel like he...
Until he makes some more money.
Well, that's the other thing, is if he gets a big client tomorrow, he can pay me.
Then he can pay you. But what I'm saying is we could have an agreement that he's going to pay you $10 a week, $40 a month.
Yeah.
Until he can get on his feet.
I think that's fair.
He's willing to accept that. Can you pay that?
I'd be happy to pay that, and just want to say heartbroken about the relationship.
Well, we might be able to work the relationship out now because now you can get together and you can stop saying, I'm going to pay you, I'm going to pay you, I'm going to pay you. Okay?
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
You start paying him, and then if things should change, and you, like you said, you get a big client in or whatever, and maybe hopefully somewhere in here, because you're in a rough situation right now. You can't afford to lose friends. So maybe somewhere in here, y'all can find a way to talk about it. Okay?
I feel like I lost a lot, a marriage and a little bit of business.
Are we totally lost?
To
Mark Reynolds, are we totally lost?
I don't think so. I think if the money's coming, our daughters are great friends.
Right.
We were great friends. I think we can get back there.
I think you can too. So we need that $40. You got $40 on you now?
No, ma'am.
You're not helping.
I'll pull it together.
You're gonna pull together $40.
Yes, ma'am. We'll make it work.
No, I'm gonna give him 30 days to start paying you $40 a month.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Okay, 30 days from today,
Thank you,
you're
Your
gonna
Honor.
start paying him $40 a month.
Yes, ma'am.
And I do wish I hope that you can reconcile and make up. All right, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. Defendant is to start making payments of $40 a month. All right? Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,500.
I feel like we could have worked a lot of this out outside of the courtroom.
I'm glad that he's going to start paying so we can stop having that conversation over and over again. And hopefully, over time, we can get back to where we were.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group. As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house. Right. You